What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the Misplay for Game podcast. As always, I am your senior yapologist, Andrew KnTElixar. Classes in session. I've got some friends with me.
Buenas tardes, LATAM finals drop-off viewers. Me llamo the TommyNT, and vamos Koichi. Welcome to 2026.
It's me, Evil Tricks. 2D mirrors are hype, and OTKs are the best thing in the game.
My win rate is more than 60%, but I still be abusing that shit. Hello, my name is Jamie.
Whoa!
Oh, Jambo.
I like that we kind of do like a whose line is it walk on. That's kind of fun. This is maybe a new thing for the year.
Is new thing. We've been doing this as episode 1, where I was like, oh, this is a great thing. This will not cause production headaches and will run smoothly.
I guess what I'm actually secretly telling on myself tonight is that I think this is the first time we were all funny.
Yeah, Andrew is out on me.
Marshall's a bum. That guy's not funny at all.
Marshall's the other week. Remember when Misplay was a weekly show?
Hey, it will be this month.
Yeah, it will be this month. That's true. Shoutouts. Anyway, if you want it to be even easier to watch it every week, you could follow on the platforms like twitch.tv/KnTElixar or youtube.com/ it's youtube.com and it's at KnTElixar. The YouTube at thing is weird.
Yeah, I don't remember how it works. It's really annoying on the back end. It's like made it so reading members got real difficult. If you want your name to be real difficult, you should make your at completely different to your display name when you join with the member button. So I'll have to click your name and go, oh, it's something completely different. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's your government name instead of like Frogman.
The username you made when you were 13.
Yeah.
That's why there's a 2 in my Twitter handle, so that people go, oh, Tricks, that's it. No.
It's a different guy. They're just adding the wrong Trishka Tricks.
Oh, did you see Speed Kicks getting added by like some I Show Speed like account? Was like, wow, Speed Kicks is in Africa. And he's like, guys.
Chat, there's been a mistake. Dude, what's the funniest place we could convince people to do like like we do like a locals, ISO Speed does local stores across. What's the funniest place you could conceivably get to people to play a card game? You see the one where he's like, what's the waterfall called? There's like a famous waterfall.
Oh yeah, and it's just like
it's called like the Pit of Death or something.
Yeah, it's
like on the side
or something. It's
yeah. I was like, damn, we'd go crazy if you had a fold-out chair there, though. No.
Does it have to be in the UK or is it anywhere in the world?
Hey man, I got a visa.
Yeah, we can send him to Grimsby.
Really?
Great War with China.
Yeah.
Starts whipping a hoodie combo straight on the wall.
There's nothing more. There would be nothing more. Like, I have a lot of love for Chinese Digimon. I love watching their tournament results just be completely crazy stuff compared to the rest of the world. If I've learned anything from the year of data collecting I do, it's that nothing would be more Chinese for Digimon than Fenrir-Lugomon mirrors on the Great Wall of China. That would be the actual final destination.
I was gonna say, I'm glad that you like the Chinese Digimon community because they for sure don't.
Yeah,
they hate this game.
They're having less fun. From the outside, me looking into the glass. Yeah,
they just play a different format than us. Every event they're like, yeah, guys. By the way, Purple Hybrid is actually the best deck in the game. And it's that Koi China.
Listen, real LATAM Digimon believers like the people on this show will tell you that it was always kind of hype, and today it made top 8. So.
They do love purple over there. We will ignore the fact that at the time of streaming, if you're seeing this as a VOD, the third place match is playing, and it's a Hoodie Mirror, so we're waiting for the cringe decks to get off stream, and then we'll probably talk LATAM. We thought, I was kind of thinking it would be done by now. But then
we thought we might
Jesmon went to time.
Finals. Yeah.
So, Jesmon went to time?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I have no idea.
Dude, it was peak as well because you know how tiebreakers are like security and then on like unironically, yeah, he swung a CL.
I guess we'll evolve it to Jesmon. Win the game.
He swung a CL to de-digivolve a Shaco and was like, "Oh, you're gonna block that with your Ankyla?" And he's like, "No, I don't think I will." And it's like, "Okay, save your hook, Jesmon, make 4 bodies." Oh, on time? Are we out of time? That's crazy. Anyways, I'm up on security. I'm up on board. Die.
There was this really good bit in game 1 that made me laugh. We're not gonna talk LATAM until it's all over, but I just have to bring this one up because it made me actually laugh out loud to the point where my girlfriend had to be like, "What the hell is going on?" They had a judge had to step in because they tried to have a Betamon go sideways for like a Keisuke thing. So like they were gonna block, or no, it wasn't. It was Terriermon. Excuse me. And it was like a Hoodiemon Shaku had reverted, and then the Hoodie got de-digivolved. And then they went to block with the Carriermon that was still a blocker. And then the judge went, "Oh, you can't turn the case sideways because it's not a Hoodie anymore." And they're like, "Oh, so sorry." So then it forcibly died, and they discovered a new lethal because 2 Armadillomons or Ankylamons came out. And I was like, "Damn, I've never seen a judge call produce accidental lethal before." That was crazy. Hoodiemon does it backwards. Yeah, anyway, Viva LATAM. That event's been hype.
Yeah.
I've got at least one Lethal or Living clip out of it already, so
Yeah.
I look forward to getting to that round. We might just have the full LATAM special. I'll go find some Lost Numemon footage.
Very hype. Speaking of hype, we're in 2026, so thank you everybody for tuning in. I wanted to say at the top of this, because we did something a little bit like this last year. Y'all got any New Year's resolutions specifically in Digimon? Anything you want to try and do? They just announced these like
Worlds.
you want to go? You want to cast Worlds? Or you trying to play Worlds, brother?
They'll call me, but I would like to cast Worlds because it is significantly shorter a roadmap for me.
I see. That makes sense. I would like to do well at one of these Liberator 3v3s they just announced. That shit sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
my 3v3 record is in dire jeopardy. The new Violet and Necro are crazy. Unfortunately, they're tied to the worst Liberator keyword. So
yeah, good luck against Galacticmon, bro.
No, you don't understand. I'll get big with piercing. They definitely won't prevent deletion twice.
Yeah, if that.
I'll end the attack actually.
What about you guys? Our good friends Tommy Tricks brackets on the sticks and Jambo TCG, Omnix Jambo TCG, excuse me.
True. For me, I'd like to start actually doing some more content creation.
Oh,
because like we had the two. I did 2 shorts, and I did a deck profile. There's always more I can be doing. So I don't know. I'd like to explore it.
You should out content Jamie this year. Because
True.
you'll never hear the end of it.
That is going to be my goal for this year. Then
that would be hype. The shorts kill me, man.
I need to do more of them. I still haven't done the green one.
The whole video is sideways.
I think it should be sideways, but at the same time, it's like it's harder for a short because the short wants it like horizontal.
Oh, sure.
So if it's sideways, I lose like so much.
The purple one's just like you falling over and standing back up. It's like, "Hey guys, I revived."
So the actual idea was that I had noise cancelling headphones wherever I went, and then someone online was going to insult me. I was going to take them off, and it would be like unaffected, piercing, 2 checks, and then like the person who like would then be sideways and like, something like that. But I think I don't know. I'll revisit it because I think there's something there, but
yeah, that would be peak. I'm glad more people need to make shorts that aren't just like new card good or Andrew at local.
Hello there, teamers.
Yellow was going to be Yellow was going to be a therapy session with the idea is like, why are you burning your own security? It's like, but I feel like that might be too deep.
Nah, I see the vision. You get a little avant-garde. Digimon is 6 years old now, man. You can get some weird stuff going.
Get some artistic shit going.
Yeah,
we need the community needs a Caleb City. I need the least realistic ragdoll as just like what it's like to be a Digimon and get suspended by green. And it's just like the craziest basketball cross up you've ever seen.
The purple one's just like, do you know the philosophy of like if you rebuild an old ship with enough parts, it's still the same ship? The purple one is just the ship of Theseus, where like if this Cerberusmon revives this Cerberus X, is it still the same Cerberus X as the one that died?
I just like teaching a philosophy class.
You can do it, or like every single shot, one person in the frame is replaced. Or like your T-shirt changes with every shot.
Yeah. It's like, this is Andrew. No, is this a different Andrew? Oh, this isn't Andrew. He's got a different shirt on.
Hi,
okay?
I'm Elixir. I got the right part today.
I gotta start making notes.
Yeah.
And you just buy the cheapest like Temu dog mask you can find, and you just do the entire lecture as Anubismon.
Yeah.
Hello, children. Today we will discard 3.
We will be drawing 1 and trashing. Wait, no, I've already done purple. What am I talking about? It was the draw 1
It was
trash
the
one.
draw 1 trash one.
Yeah,
over
but
and
wouldn't it
over.
be funny to just do a
loved that
second
one.
purple one before you
It's a
finish the
part 2.
colors?
You know what? You're right.
The red
you're right.
players cooking one makes me laugh a lot too. I go back to that one sometimes.
Yeah.
The blue one's just the same video, but it's a different ready meal.
Oh,
It's a bit
God.
faster. It's like a
Yeah.
minute faster.
Tom stands up in it more.
I want to say my resolution is that obviously I've joined on next now.
No way. You don't
That's
talk
it.
about that.
You've peaked out on like that's it.
I'm different gravy at the moment. What can I say?
By
I know,
different
yes,
gravy,
yes,
it means
yes.
he's playing worse purple decks.
Yesterday I went to watch Mighty Supreme, and I feel like that could be antithesis of how I want to behave going to 2026. I just want ambition to fuel me. I just want pure, unadulterated ambition towards becoming the best player ever. And 2027 Worlds is what is happening next year.
Dubs, dude.
Marty Supreme, that's just Back to the Future, right?
Yeah. Basically.
Great
I
Scott.
like that one. That was good.
This is
Oh
heavy,
man.
that.
Yeah, clip it now, chat.
That's pretty much it. I just want to go to the Worlds next year.
He will,
I
and he
get a
will go
job.
to
Well, you may find that those two things are antithetical to each other.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Well, I don't know. It didn't stop Mickey Mouse. He was
True.
the
Didn't stop me,
goat,
yeah.
though.
True.
Well, I didn't go
That's
to
true.
World.
You'll get there. Yeah,
I
it'll be
mean,
funny
it-
when it's you.
Maybe.
It was
Beat me in
funny.
top 4, bro. It's fine.
We like Digipod got Pete, so like listening to Pete and seeing how like truly New Yorker he is really made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like that guy is New York through and through. Whereas I feel like everyone we have on, even though we're all like Manchester based, we're like such a weird like melting pot of nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's because you guys keep me around. We can make this a proper British podcast.
My mate
Do
Ryu
it
Jet.
for England. I will resolve Jet Silphymon again for England. People ask me about that sometimes. It's like when I travel for like Digimon stuff or otherwise, and I see people from the things we've done, they're like, do you get like a difference? You get sense of stuff? It's like, yeah, the English, they fucking the true, like Europe loves its blue deck, right? Like that was the joke for a long time. But like, God, do the English players want to play yellow? It's just they're all. I don't know if it's because it's all the like ladies and they're all weebs or something. It's like all the Angelmon bait or whatever. But like, dear God, dude, like you look over the years that it's just incessant.
We used to be a green country for a bit.
No, we had 5 good green players. It was not a green country. It was just the better players in the country all picked a good deck.
Yeah, there was a lot of green.
Come on, England. Yeah.
Come on, England. Qualify for World for once. Come on.
Draw the card. Draw the card, England.
I worked it out, by the way. This is going to sound very narcissistic.
Yeah.
I am the highest placing UK player of all time.
You are proper Brexit Digimon, my friend.
I'm going to fucking whoop you, right? I drew HPD, you dickhead. So just scoop the fucking game.
Thanos, you had a Thanos, mate, on my finger.
I've got the 5
Chat.
fucking stones, dickhead. Come on.
Chat, has Jambo won a regional?
Oh, shit.
I don't think he has.
I'm
Can you think of
getting
anybody who's won a regional
I'm
here?
getting mugged. Oh, no.
Dude, it's still the funniest thing. Like going through, like Easter's finally watched all of it back, and like going through, just like day one was certainly some Digimon cards being resolved, and
That's
then
the
we
worst
get
day one I've ever
Jambo, and
played.
it's like, oh, just class A chef, and he's like, damn, Jambo's cooking, and then it gets to top 4, I was like, what happened to Jambo? I'm like, and then he comes back, it's like, that's not Jambo. I'm like, yeah, Tricks took him out back and shot him dead.
Yeah, the wood chipper found him in the end. Only so much Benadryl to get through.
Jambo found the only person who could like match him, and
Yeah, we really.
but we
should have
had
done that.
finals off stream.
We should have done that deck profile in the car park. It would have made him more powerful.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
I
No
still
one
think we should
watched
have
it.
ADR'd him as well. That would have been
No.
really funny.
No one watched my top 8. I was actually sad. I was like, no, it got like 400 views.
It's because most people are tired of this deck. When Trix and
True.
Marcio won, it was still like, no, it's not that good. But just in case it is, I do kind of want to see And now it's every like Nats, I guess, is coming up, but like most people are probably locked on their exact 50 for Hoodie by now.
I believe we are watching the final BT23 event today as well. My understanding is that
Vegas.
LATAM Nationals, Vegas, I believe, is 24, right?
No, because it comes out the same weekend.
No, Vegas is 24, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was under the impression Vegas was 24.
So EX11 comes out Vegas weekend.
Oh, it's EX11. That's
This is, I believe, the last BT23 event today.
Classic NA never being on our
The first 24 event is Oceania, and then the last one is
right before Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
I like how we're calling them 24 events when there's just going to be Hoodie events once again. It's just 23 with.
Yeah, but
maybe Creepymon.
Day one of Swiss is going to look different because they will find the 3 people on a new deck and go, whoa, look at these guys. They won't be playing later on today.
Whoa, you locked me out of Venusmon 5 times in a row. It's crazy.
This is so interesting.
Starakamon's, I mean, it's boring as dirt, but it's pretty good against the shit Hoodie does. But we'll see. Regardless, there's some stuff to talk about. But given that this is the last BT23 event, Andrew, I popped 3 different Twitter links in the live chat.
Yep.
We talked about them briefly. So I'm sorry for recycling news, guys. But we've got the actual data from the best represented up to, I believe, November's end of BT23 across the Asia region, the Japanese specific events, and all English language events, and then through in Digital Gate Open, so we can look at the stuff that's happened since. But the data is crazy. Like if we never tier listed BT23 on the show. I think everybody kind of has a sense of what we all thought about BT23. Maybe we were a little tired from running our event, but we were also like, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah. I'm so glad we did it as an EX10 event, man. Even though it was delayed, I'm so glad it was EX10.
But yeah, we got those. They're gonna cover the pie charts. You guys may have seen these already, friends on the internet, but holy moly, they're something nuts.
Tricks, mean you can point and say that's us.
Yeah, you guys are on there.
That's us. That's us.
No, Jambo, these are the Japanese players.
Wait, no, these are Japanese players. That's Asia. English.
There we are. That's us. That's us.
They're talking about us, guys.
Yeah. Do we want to just start with the whole overview? Because it's, to be fair, when you compare our language to the other regions, this is actually the more diverse version. It does get worse.
You know what? I'm looking at this pie chart and I've seen enough. Other decks really need to get hit.
I can't believe we had Omnimon, Royal Knights, and Gallantmon. 15%. We should get rid of all of them.
Bro.
It's so interesting to me that they call it like Fang Night Claw.
2.2% of all decks at an event this format were Royal Base.
What a waste of an entry.
You spent 30, like,
no, okay.
35 decent.
You spent 30 quid on a tournament entry to sit down at the fucking table and go, Hatch Puyoyomon.
Hey, listen. Bristol had a Royal Base on top table for a decent time. Ignore the fact that they didn't get top 16. But if that was Johnny on Royal Base.
True.
Yeah, one did make a run.
Probably.
I think it would be interesting though, because we're not, we're in the scope here. We're like new sets coming out next Friday.
Jesmon GX has to be Ganku, right?
I think it's just Jesmon.
I think they just don't know how to qualify what counts as Jesmon GX.
Because they've got regular Jesmon at 2.2,
and then Jesmon GX is 3.2.
I would assume that's the Ganku X pile.
But the thing is, right, on the Japanese one, they qualified as a green deck as green good stuff.
Yeah.
So they know the colloquial community terms.
Yeah.
So surely, I hate you. I'm gonna shut up now.
That was Jimbo's 6th or 7th eye roll. This, of course, is top 16. It's crazy, right? Because it's
the pyramid one is insane.
Well, they changed the art again. Now it's alt Jesmon.
Oh yeah, that's really funny. Actually. Wait, that's because they know a lot of the good players have spent a lot of money on their decks, so they're honoring them. It's like, this is any Joe Schmo that you could have ran into, and then these are the guys that spent way too much money on their decks.
Yeah. I do like that we're supposed to be able to interpret that this is the full art of Terriermon, but the previous tab isn't the full art of Terriermon. I do think this is interesting though, because we've talked about BT23 a lot this year. In the last, it feels like impossible that we have done as much as we have. But in all the commentary Andrew's done, all the deck profiles that have been made, etc., etc. There's been a lot said about this format. I think it's interesting to look at some of the things on these pie charts and be like, what do we actually think still holds up next set? Because there's like a couple decks that I think are in a good spot, and then there's like a few of them that it's like, it was really nice to see you. It was cool. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Try us again in 8 months.
What is super interesting as well is like, I would have loved to see a third image that tells you how many of these decks won things, because like not all of these top 16s are quite the same thing. Like Gallantmon is 6.3, which is like tied for third highest representation in Top Cut.
Yeah.
But it does also have a win.
Yeah, it does. By Mr. Gilmon Bread himself.
And Henny.
My deck isn't on there, which means I can call it shit.
My deck isn't on there. Masked him on in third.
Who's to say, really?
Yeah.
My deck Cerberusmon featuring a top end.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, maybe they'll finally budge and start using that as an image. But oh my god, dude. God help us all.
I think the Pyramillion spread is interesting though, but I think the point is that you've made it in the past, Tom, was that like when BT23 came out, that we didn't have a lot of time for EX10. So I think a lot of people, I mean, especially in the UK, I think that's like a huge point, is that we didn't have a single EX10 event apart from the fan Misplay tournament, right? So people just didn't get to play the EX10 decks. So for Bristol at least, there was a bit of a high representation, but
it did really well at Bristol, like by the numbers. Like I was shocked to see that many people on it compared to what I was expecting. I just felt like if you were going to go to an event that you had to, especially with all the rain and all the cancellations and stuff, just like, how are you not playing Hoodie, bro? What is this? That's what I said to myself after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's it. Dude, I don't know. The other part to like when you look at some of these, it's like I like when they have to shrink, right? So like the 2.1% each chunk there is interesting. Because you look at Machine Dramon and Machine Chaos, and I'm assuming that we're supposed to feel about that one is like DM Machine and one is like purple base slam of Machine Dramon.
But then there's also DMV2.
Yeah, which is like, what is that?
I think it's just like black toolbox.
That's So it's
that's Vardemon.
But they didn't pick Vademon as the picture.
What's that guy's name? Edgarus. That
Lithuanian
player. That guy's really good. He beat my ass to Amsterdam. That's the first time I met him.
Good player.
All right, so that's the English version.
Yeah, remember that's the most diverse one before we move on.
And now we go to
they don't give a shit in Japan.
Everywhere else in Asia.
I've been liking Japan. They've just been playing the best shit, and it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I can't get over the fact that if you were playing in SEA, mostly 1 in 3 of your homies was playing Gankumon Slop Turbo. Like,
I will say, other decks, bro, that shit's broken. 40%.
40% is outrageous. Somebody's got to do something about all the other decks.
There are some jobbers who are just like, I'm going to enter my once per year tournament with my super fun pet deck.
Well, super interesting as well. It's because of their format, right? Because you have to like you have to win like a local, which opens you up for a store champ. And then you win a store champ, and that takes you to an area qualifier, and then the qualifier goes to GAO, and then the All Japan final. So like, surely,
if you can't win a local, motherfucker, you'll never go into Worlds.
Yeah. But this is still like, what counts as their like season for like, at what point do they start checking events? Because you could high roll a 4-man local on Bees, for example, and now other decks is represented because you best of one high rolled 2 people and the other guy went and got lunch in round 3.
I believe for the purposes of the cutoff, it doesn't count any of the feeder events for this data. It counts specifically World Championship Circuit events. So that's invitationals, GAOs, and final.
Right.
DC1s as well.
Well, so this is the quirk of it, right? Is DC1 does not contribute in any way at all to their World's invites.
Really?
That's the craziest part. Yeah, DC1
I thought if you won a DC1, you get a area finals invite.
You get a finals to an invite. You do not get a finals to World. So despite it being as big as a GAO, DC1 does not contribute.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but if you win if you win the Grand Open, you go world.
Yes, you do, but you don't. If you win DC1, you don't go.
You just
World.
get the
you
invite
go
to
GAO,
GAO.
even though the same people who got GAO invites won like 8-man.
Why is their circuit so complex when they have 30% of the players?
Yeah, they've just kept DC1 when nobody else has. That's the other quirk.
They
of it.
should just
It's
bring DC1 back. I liked the one I went to
people
in
like
that place
circuit
in
points.
London.
Yeah, God bless.
I
Shout out
remember
to
that
Brotherhood
gym hall. That was a good place.
I mean,
I
the thing
had
is,
to-
right? Who the fuck's gonna run them?
Yeah,
You don't have a TO.
Me, bro. I'll do it.
yeah.
I'll even stream the event, which isn't guaranteed at UK
Somebody
events.
email PXP, dude. They'll do it.
They actually will. Yeah, the
do we-
PXP
do we want-
M4G takeover would go crazy for DC.
It would be
sick,
good. We would
also.
not be broadcast friendly though, as a group of people.
No. We'll figure it out.
We're all well trained, but not well behaved. Guys, the longer you look at this one, the more upsetting it is. Because, like Jambo said, like the reason Rock seemed popular, I guess, is because people just didn't get a chance to play it. Whereas these poor bastards had Rocks every week for an entire format that it was legal, and they were like, "Get me out of Pyramidimon's Magic Funhouse." So it fell off, which is nice.
Really funny that there's the two second most represented decks are both variations of Slam a guy, make a 6, any response?
It's hard to overstate. You know, a lot of people are like, God, another Royal Knight getting cards. But when you look at it this way, and that like nearly a quarter of their entire card game over in Japan, or sorry, in SEA is Royal Knights decks, like either Mega Zoo Royal Knights, Gallant, Omni, or Jessamon, you're like, I understand why you guys are kind of sick of these dudes now.
And
You sit
then,
down around 2, you're like, I hope it's not Omnimon.
ooh, other decks with a fraudulent 1.1 each, but also
See, because they call it green good stuff.
Yeah,
So
they do.
They know what the terms are in the community. Whoever made this,
I think that's
game.
just also considered like a card game.
Green good stuff.
Yeah, like good stuff is just like an accepted term that exists in like TCG.
It has a precedent in Magic, but it's for a very specific thing in that.
Even Yu-Gi-Oh has good stuff.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like when we call things green good stuff in Digimon, it's not necessarily how we call the historic green good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
be thankful they didn't call it.
It's not
swap.
like 20. It's not 24 in a dream. It's like lol.
Yeah,
Is there a Three Muskets?
Three Muskets under yellow vaccine armor, Sky Earth Dragon. Is that
That's just
Dragon Link?
Hino.
That's just
Link.
here. That's
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
That's 100.
Yeah.
That's very funny that you called it that and not just Hina.
Yeah.
Bone Duster traveled to
Smurfing in Asia.
He signed
Yeah.
away for a weekend and just...
This one is funny to me though, because it's like Jambo said before, the fatigue of a format or whatever. Like the EX10 stuff's not here. Like there's no Myotises. They're back in the dumpster. There's Bagra Army in the dumpster.
Those cards are balanced.
Well,
that's
Bagra
why.
Army has a top.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. But like compared to the Japanese, or sorry, to the English language one, where it had
Yeah.
a spot on the pie chart with an alt art they used, it's like, oh, these guys got to play EX10, so they didn't keep playing EX10. Man, maybe the English language region is fake because we all use Cope to
Always
choose our
have been.
decks. Yeah.
Hey, Dark Animal Mass Day is segregated from regular Mastamon, probably because it has enough representation.
Well, that and that one time that the Unkers were 6 of top 8 with that list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, single-handedly warped the entire tournament around.
Also,
that one
Robin
deck.
just getting a flight once again to go Mog an event on 2 hours sleep.
Yeah,
My goat.
good shit. Yeah, maybe Galaxy will get another look this year. That's the deck I always think of like if it wasn't for how bad its city matchup is, it was good into a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, Puddy just wiped it off the fucking map.
Just can't play it. It's terrible.
Single-handedly.
And then here's
Oh,
Japan.
this is the worst it gets.
Yeah,
32% is insane.
That's
At
all
least they
participants.
know. At least they're like, no bullshit. We're just gonna play OD.
yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of 2.1 things, so I guess enough like other deck slot was represented consistently enough that they actually get like once you get above 2%, I think that's when they're like, all right, yeah, you can have it. But like, there's a lot of 2.1%ers here compared to the other lists that are very like, here's some stuff, here's 2 or 3 decks that are popular rogue, and then the slop column.
Yeah. The first time the other decks aren't mogging Hoodie.
Yeah, I mean it's so bleak when you look at it that way, but yeah.
Yeah. And it only gets worse from here.
Not tier 0, by the way, guys.
this is I cite it a lot, and people are sick of me saying it. So I get people telling me about it. But this is the second worst stat representation I've ever seen in Digimon, other than the Niagara regional, where
That
one
was
in
a
two
joke.
people were playing blue green Imperial. That was the worst I've ever seen Digimon ever get.
Yeah,
That was a joke event.
Yeah, it's terrible.
this is
Truly.
technically like just from like a pedantic thing, tier 0, but like it's like it's 1.1% under statistical tier 0
Yeah,
technically. Like if you want to be
This is-
pedantic about it, tier 0 starts at 40% representation and
yeah.
38.9 as
Yeah.
the highest
Ooh.
representation.
So it can't be tier 0. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
exactly.
7 people who didn't take it didn't think it was good.
But dude, I don't know. But like I said, this is a fun way for us to look at like the stuff that's been good this year, and like the scope by which we think they might continue to see representation. They might continue to see some success. Because like there are a couple decks in the little 1.9% puzzle piece there that I think are about to get a lot better when next set comes out.
Yeah, that Bagra support's about to go
I've
crazy.
got to zoom into the screen to read them that small.
You got Jesmon GX, Lightfang Nightclaw, DMV2,
winner.
Machine Chaos,
Not a winner.
Pyramidimon, Maste, and Bagra Army.
Yeah, DMV2 is. If you
I mean, I
haven't
think
done
that
any-
deck's always been fine.
yeah, if you haven't done BT24 testing yet, it's really good to keep bouncing Idori.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, Pyramid is just going to be like
It's
one of the best decks in the
fantastic.
format.
Yeah,
Right,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
printed a 6 that's like halfway through your combo, you get a pop.
Jambo, I'm not even talking about that 6. I'm talking about the promo level 4 that just
Oh,
Me when I
wipes
move
away
on.
nice.
all of their weaknesses.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
true.
Now you can roll
It's
nice.
worse than the start of main, but like, what if I only ever need to see one main and I could never miss it?
Yeah, it's
What
crazy.
if I make a towers?
Start
Ooh,
of
I
end
lose to-
step.
I lose to Roll Nice. We can't have. We can't.
Let's move along. That's how we can't have that one. Yeah, the other thing is the promos are crazy too. So like, so I've heard some people talking about if the fish good stuff files get better, like a blue cool boy Aegis. Sorry, not Aegis. Gigaseed.
Gigaseed.
If Aegis top end accelerant pieces work better with the decode stuff, like to what degree the promos matter. Obviously, if you've been engaged in any misplaced stuff on the internet, you've heard me or probably Jambo via a retweet talk about Monzemon. What else was in this set?
Creepy Mon.
Creepy Mon's such a good deck. I one day I'll frame the post where Jambo texted me like 3 weeks later and he was like, Tommy, you were right. The option's broken.
It's a custom card.
It's a
I
custom
didn't
card. It's like
actually realize how
somebody
good it
drew it in a cardboard like flashcard with a crayon and they were like, print these.
And the problem is they probably don't have enough people that understand how mill works. They probably looked and went, I don't think that's that good. Send it. And it's like,
Yeah.
They stopped milling after they milled 10 cards in trash, so surely that's fine.
Oh, how many Graviton
They
Grey?
stopped milling.
4? Oh, shit. Yeah, mill 12 for me real quick, actually.
This Rush Bozo you played is gonna mill me. Oh, 17? And I can't stop it? Oh, bad luck, huh?
Oh, Creepy X play 16 play cost
That
from
doesn't seem
Grave?
right. Are you sure? You did all
Read
this
that card again.
You did all this while you cleared my Digimon? Oh, my bad.
You only have to tribute summon a level 3? Oh, what?
Oh no, my Impmon. Yeah. We talked, Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say about BT23? Or have we made our cases?
This format made me look like a good player.
Same.
It made me look good.
you won an event in EX10 as well.
Larger than our regional in some cases.
Deep saves is also broken.
In some cases,
Yeah,
particularly in French cities.
great
so
time
you
to
can
have multiple ways of playing Aegis-Tramon.
Dude, I haven't talked about this with Tom yet, but the Aegis color border is so sick because it matches all the other color borders and true deep savers. Nobody's gonna play true deep savers, but it will look really nice.
It's like if I wasn't a brokey, £5 per alt, I would
Yeah, they are
play
so
the
cheap.
color.
I have them just here. Nobody cares. Like I have
Wait, do you have? I need a
I've
fourth
had
one.
them. I've had them since release, and then like I've got the metal seas and stuff. Like I've just had deep sabers.
Why have you not been playing Thief Savers, buddy?
Galamon's been good the whole time. I like Galamon.
You know what, you're
He
right.
also
actually, my
keeps
bad.
resolving all of the other objectively bad pendulum decks because those are
Listen.
also shiny.
Yeah.
After the fifth wave,
Sniper Soldiers getting there too.
after the fifth wave of NSP support, and
It's
then
not
the
getting
eventual
better.
promo that they get, and then the couple more ban lists, maybe it'll be
And the
Tifri.
retrained
A new
Yeah,
Eldorado.
Maybe.
there you go.
The deck is crazy because it's the only deck that I love that both needs a new top end and a new bottom end.
Yeah, it just needs a new deck. It's crazy.
But I
This
just
deck needs to
when I
work
can
for an amazing reason.
when I can make Talisman EX8 on the other guy's turn, I'm gonna flip my lid. This card is so good. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Do we have any? Do you want to say anything about BT23, Andrew? It was nice to cast now.
Yeah, it was nice to cast
Tell
that.
me
It was
about the
nice to
cards.
get to talk about cards for not BT23. That whole thing was really fun. Really difficult as well. Just from like a production standpoint, we ran into some hiccups, so weren't able to do quite what we wanted. Like we were gonna be on stage to see people instead of casting from where we were, but some stuff, you know, got in the way. But yeah, it was cool. Getting to talk notes about upcoming card releases was really fun. Hopefully I get to do it again. BT23 was interesting from a cope standpoint because it felt like everyone was refusing to address the giant butterfly shaped elephant in the room, and they're like, no guys, I will be the one to save the format on my deck, which will definitely beat Hoodiemon.
If
And
I
then-
play enough Crimson Blaze, I'll be the hero.
Yeah, that was really funny. But yeah, I mean, it was another format that just had an objectively like the deck to beat. I think it's been a while since people have been subjected to like obvious tier 1 deck in the room to beat. I think the fact that it's like it could do everything, could do anything, depending on how you built it, also made it really awkward. Because like Nume at the very least, when it was like, you know, deck in the room to beat and a deck that goes wide, at the very least, it basically always did the same thing. Hoodie, I think, was really interesting because it was a bunch of people trying to do that like iterative like deck building where it's like, all right, everyone's decided this is the best way to play Hoodie A. How do I beat that? And then the Hoodie A players are like, actually, we've got 2 different ways to deal with that. And then you get to see kind of like regionally how people, you can see when someone reveals a card off of a search, you're like, oh, you play this because your region or your local plays this to beat this, and this is how your like skew of the deck has gone. So it was really interesting to see like a objectively broken deck have so many different variations, at least from a content standpoint. But I think if I had to play this format seriously, I would be observing Riftbound and Gundam real closely. But thankfully, I was blessed to know that this format meant nothing to me very early on.
Captain Timo's been on duty. I'll put it that way.
I have played a
I'd
lot
like
of
to,
2XKO.
Yeah.
I'd like to like specially shout out, like, on top of Hoodie being miserable to play against, can we please kill Royal Knights eventually? I'm so sick of seeing that deck at this point. It's been about for like 3, like, not 3.
It's a
like
real
2
shame
years.
that the second set for Time Stranger, they're going to finish off the rest of the Olympus 12 and they'll be like, hey, you remember when the Royal Knights showed up in that last battle?
Do you remember when for
Here's-
8 hours you were subject to fetch quests?
yeah, here's another Omnimon, and here's all these other guys. The Royal Knights are really funny in that game. They're
King
really
Dressel's
dumb.
in an armchair gonna get an altar. You guys don't wait
Yeah.
up long.
Getting
They-
ran over by a KnTElixar that was like, yo, bro, I gotta get to the next restaurant ASAP. I'm like, yo, it's Terry.
Just was just waiting in line for the ramen.
They are literally gonna make a secret rare King Drazel tamer,
Yeah.
and it's like, guys, this is TS support, but also it's Royal Knight support.
You can play it in Royal Knights if you want to.
I
That'd be
know,
cool,
guys,
boy, but,
I know it says end of turn, activate a Royal Knight on play again, but
What the hell?
it is Time Stranger support.
Trust.
When I love the idea that like It'll just be Cool Boy, but instead of draw 1, gain 1, it'll be draw 2, gain 2. And the only difference is it'll cost $10 more and they'll gatekeep the deck even more. I wanna go back really quick to something Andrew said, which is that you said it had been a while since we'd all had to deal with the deck in the room, and then you said Numemon. Do you think Numemon's the last time it was this bad?
I think
I
it
would say
was
so.
the first time it was
Do you
like
think I bring that up because if you remember our show 8 months ago, everyone and their mother thought that the purple Growlsmith stuff, as people called it, was the thing to do.
Okay,
And that
okay.
was
The people didn't call it Growlsmith. I call it Growlsmith.
you are a more influential man than I think you realize. I saw Twitter dudes calling it that.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Any time on those Bandai reply.
I fucking hate Growlsmith.
Yeah, the promo Gigi was mistake. Growl X was mistake.
And honestly, Tom,
I don't know,
no,
like-
I still like as much as I bitch and moaned about Growlsmith and Dark Animal Package. Nume was like, I still think head and shoulders like that. If you can't beat it, don't bring your deck to this regional.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah, I
like
agree. I wanna
Growlsmith and all that, there was like cope around
It
it.
lo-
There was the fact that
it
Red
lost
Gallant
to
was also
Imperial.
better. And yeah, if you lose to Imperial and you think you're the boogeyman,
Yeah,
want-
but Gilbert's was good too, right? That matters.
yeah, that did
True.
better, actually.
I want to say, I think the time period we have just after EU Nats, when we actually weren't a bit more about 2.0
Yeah,
and then moving a bit into 2.5, I think that time period, Purple Hybrid was like almost tier 0.
yeah.
I think, but I
It
don't
had
think a lot of
almost no
people.
counters.
I don't think a lot of people were willing to play Purple Hybrid because it would have a lot of it had a fuck ton of representation, right? But
Mhm.
you wouldn't really see it a lot in Swiss. You won't have to see a lot of people talking about it because a lot of the time the list became very homogenized.
It's so interesting that Levia has been more or less like we're in a format post Levia. Like Nume would have probably folded into Levia, so it's so interesting to think that like my last recollection of like a deck that was just like the oh you have to beat this. Levia Loki has kept like all of the this should probably be tier 0 decks in check because a lot of the tier 0 like to be this tall, you probably need to cheat out 1 or 2 free bodies. And boy, does that Gator go, hey, go ahead, fella. Have you saved some for me?
Levy is interesting because this is objectively the worst it's been since it came out. Like the current numbers are the worst for Leviamon so far. Like it's the least represented it's been at events. I didn't even break the little block on the Japanese. Like, granted, the Japanese one was really messed
They
up.
also don't play Levia.
They don't, yeah, and it's
they
like
refuse to think it's a deck.
yeah, and it's like what more was it gonna take? Like, was the Gil engine not enough to get them there? Like, oh guys, they want to delete things. Like it was a whole package, but like it never seemed to like get to that point. And so like I think Leviamon's kind of like what's that meme where it's like you hang around your shitty friend is shitty, but you like get used to him for so long that you kind of like his shittiness. Like Leviamon he's an asshole, but like he's my asshole. I've known him for a couple of years, and I don't really want to talk to Hodimon. So if the table's open, I'm gonna sit next to Leviamon. But like that's what Digimon started to sort of experiment with, is like decks that like you can go back to and drop new cards in for. Leviamon hasn't had a direct wave of support in a minute, but like you just steal purple X antibody shit. But like are those decks going to be the thing that stay forever? Like if it's just fundamentally sound enough. Like when the Liberators stop getting cards every 5 months, are we going to see them for a year or two?
X, when they finally take that dog and shoot it in all 3 of its heads, then we can explore whether Levia can keep up, because Levia just happens to be the best card to put on top of Sub X.
That might happen now, by the way, which is amazing. Because KDA Master is like, from the looks of it, right? It's like a very much Japanese thing. It's an Asian deck, 100%. Like Fendon put a result up at Dusseldorf, right?
Yeah.
He lost in top 16 to Sakui. He came up and said, Jambo, why the fuck have you put me on this deck? It's fucking shit. I'm like,
he can't say that. He beat me.
Mate, you went X11 in Swiss. He's like, yeah, but it's shit. It's just worse hoodie loop. I'm like,
what?
Yeah,
He
you're right,
he
though.
said to me that, and I'm calling him out on
He's in
apologies.
chat. He can defend
I'm calling him
himself.
out. I'm calling him out on like podcast. Game 3, he goes like, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. He draws 20 cards after saying that. What do you mean it's not enough? Your deck is insane.
You're right though, because it's like that. It would not have blown up around the world if Misao hadn't played it and made a $1 Twitter write up. Right, like that's just what happens.
I love Misao's deck building because every so often, like, it's one of those things where it's like I messaged Jambo. I'm like, this seems really stupid and unintuitive. I can't be bothered to test it. And then I see like Misao tweet the same thing or Kurova, and I go, excellent. Someone with talent will take this further than I can be bothered.
It's like for 400 yen, you can go on Note and find out that you had questions you didn't know existed.
I think it'll be really interesting to see if they can try and keep the deck alive using werewolf mode, because werewolf mode is unplayable outside of this one deck. Like, it's just an awful card. But it is Serbex at home, and if they can find a way to squeeze out the extra memory somewhere, it'll be really interesting to see if dark animals stay as they are.
Is werewolf mode still a dark animal? I thought he was like a wizard.
He's a wizard, but he goes over Serb for 1, which like
that does make him worse for K if he's not a dark animal though.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be free evoing into him. Like, K only evolves you into the 5, so that you'd still want to go free evo into Serb and then squeeze the memory out to do werewolf mode. But like, it'll be really interesting to see kind of like if there's a route that they can take. Like, they just have to start paying 1 instead of paying 0 to do the same thing. It'll be really interesting.
I think famously the difference of 1 memory usually is enough to kill a deck. Actually, that's one of those things.
Yeah, until you find out that they have actually just been not using a resource for ages that they probably had access to because they didn't have to. Like, people resolving Tropical Venom after like, you know, all of the other 0-cost options are kind of broken, but Tropical Venom's ass. I'm like, is it ass or untested? And like, I'll get back to you on that. And it turns out it was untested.
Win rate 60%.
Yep.
I've given that card 2 tops this year. Me alone.
This season. Like
Ramir as well. Shout out Ramir from PXP.
Yeah, he's the goat.
That guy kept the list under wraps because he lost in top 16 on purpose. He literally sandbagged himself so the loop list wouldn't get leaked. And then they gave it me the week after. I was like, you know they're making the top 16 public gratis out, for fuck's sake, Jambo.
Dude, it's so funny that at that regional, just like Henny also just wins it, and it's like, oh, I thought you were keeping it hidden. It was like, oh, I wasn't on Henny.
No.
I gave it to Ramiro. He got second in Swiss. I just smoked the regional with Gallant just for fun. It's like, all right.
Yeah, Gallant's 2 wins in BT23 are Henny, he, and Gilmon bread. And if that isn't like, if you aren't the goatest 1 trick, I don't know. Like, there's hope for 1 trick.
The best Gallant in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I will give BT23 this one last thing, which is that if this is how they want to end the year of trying to introduce tag decks, because they announced this time last year, they were like, by the way, guys, this is Seekers. This is your new friend Seekers. You can give it a shot, see what you think, let us know. We'll see where we feel about this in a couple of weeks. A hero, you guys like Hero, the main characters. Here's Cyber Sleuth. If this is how
it's a massive box. Oh, you want more Cyber Sleuth? My bad. Here's more.
When they introduced it in 22, right?
Every color.
It was tame. When it was in 22, it was tame, right? Because everyone was like, "Oh, this is cute. This is nice."
We didn't play like. Yeah.
23. Oh yeah. By the way, guys, it's not the same game, but it's all tagged.
Yeah, like I remember when we were just like, oh man, if they put Hacker's memory tag on this, it's gonna be so sad because this will be unplayable. And then we're like, you know what? Unplayable might have been the wave, actually. They should be more specific and going, DLC only.
I'll never, the option All the
Glad you're
stupid
wrong.
options are all CS tags. They're not HM. They're not hoodie. Sorry, they're not. Yeah, it's or you know.
It's really
whatever.
funny that they
Hoodie
then
Net Cafe can become a Nokia for some reason.
Yeah, why? I don't know. I like that's the thing. It's like they were like even in 22 we had like, are you playing Omnimon or CS Omnimon? And it was like a whole thing. And they just really listen. Like what I was trying to say is, if this is how the end of the tags go, you know, we're doing Time Stranger, but not all of the Time Stranger stuff seems like it's gonna only work in Time Stranger.
bro, some of
They're
these
not
Time
like,
Stranger cards don't work in Time Stranger. Like,
Yeah.
why is my Neptune mon not Titan tagged? Is he claiming unemployment checks and doing tax fraud? Someone please call the IRS on that, man.
I was laughing because if you've seen I don't know if anyone even does this. They may still be doing it for me alone or like someone's grandma buying them a birthday present. But like when they put out the product information page on a set, and they're like, here's the stuff in here. Here's what we think you should play. They were like, they have a thing there about the TS Cyclone Mon, and they're like, not as good in TS, really good with the new Star Echo Mon. And I'm like, then why tag it? What are you doing?
It's because it's the first.
It's the
like,
boss. Yeah,
area,
it's
yeah.
fun, right? It'll see zero play. But it does kick ass because it's like when they make stuff like that, you're like, oh, maybe they're gonna kind of reel it in a little. You know, they give Seekers another wave, like and a less shit wave than the last one as well, which is nice. But like, you know,
It's interesting
it
be.
was an interesting experiment, and I'm happy to see 2026 for Digimon.
Yeah, like it's really interesting that they're still doing these kind of like half and half sets. They haven't just committed to like a BT13 style set where it's like, here's everyone. If you don't care, long day for you. You're not getting product for like 3 months. They haven't just taken like the Vanguard approach, is like the didn't ask, didn't care. The people that will buy the set will buy the set. Please make us money. Like they're like, oh, here's a little bit of stuff for everyone. Here's your Atmon for no reason. Again,
I think that honestly might be the worst thing about like 2025 for Digimon, is that they've just had to, by fucking reason, just include an Atmon line in every set, and they're all worse than each other.
They're all terrible.
I love having Jambo on the pod, man. This is awesome. Jambo, they
Like,
hate me for saying this shit. They hate me.
They're all
Infuriating.
so bad.
It's like 9 cards of a set taken up by a deck that
It's
no one will
more
play.
like it's more like 13
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
like,
There's all
it's
this
not
slot
just a
in the wall.
line; it's
Yeah.
2 lines that will then app fuse together, and then the 6.
I'm like, they tag it all with the same fucking trait of being Atmon, right? And they all have to link with each other. But for some God knows fucking reason, they've been like, guys, but they're different types of apps. Here's a social media. Here's a tool. Here's a photo fucking taker.
It is crazy.
I mean,
Here's a
instead-
calendar.
And instead of just like making them all one coherent thing, so that like if I wanted to, in my like Hadesmon deck, I could be like, oh, I want to revive give me an Atmon, any fucking Atmon.
Navimon.
Navi.
I wanted to revive Navimon for another search, right? But now it's just like, actually you can't do that. You have to make Rydramon, which is already a fucking Digimon name.
It's true.
yeah, it's really funny they did that on 2 different Digimon in the same line.
It's
Yeah.
just annoying. And the thing is, right, is that and because they're all different decks, they're all going to take up support slots down the line. Instead of just making Atmon this one big coherent thing, so every time they print a new Atmon,
Yeah.
they don't have to print a whole new line for the deck. They can just
Yep.
print single good support cards that facilitate an engine.
I think it's really funny because it's like if you enjoy blue decks but don't play Atmon, you know that one of the 4 Tamers Locals packs you get this year will contain a Poseidon card that you don't want and you won't play, but you'll get one less promo.
Yeah,
have
I
been
mean,
trying
red and
to- I
yellow's in
sent-
the same spot. Like,
Yeah. I sent Jambo a message the other night. Like I've been putting in the time. I like if it's a functional deck, my thing has always been it brings us security, I'll try it. And I gave Gaiamon a good 3 hours with a couple lists from players that I truly like. I respect their opinion on the archetype. And it just I hit a moment where I went, oh, it can't beat Monzemon for Dark Masters. There's nothing you can do. It can't do anything. You can't out one on delete. And then I realized that's because this deck got a whole year, then an extra super rare from a starter deck, and then a promo, and it
Yeah.
still can't do it. So
What? like, I'm sorry, I
Atmon
think
hating stays my
I think
thing.
it's crazy that they printed Ojumamon, whatever that big fucking the blue red guy
Wajimon,
is.
the
Yeah.
Sec Attack Link. Yeah,
That
dude.
card reads insane
Yeah.
for Gaiamon. You can't fucking play it in Gaiamon because none of it links with itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like I'm glad that not every single 4 in the deck is Chimera, because I think that would get crazy. But it is very strange that they didn't just make all the god forms link any app. Like, I think the fact that they forced, like, that would, I think, fix a lot of the problems.
Gaiamon can link into the thing from hand. They feel less terrible when you treat them like I've been treating Owajimon like a lightning jest that I can put in raising if I Brit. And like when you think about it that way, it's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not like,
yeah, but surely
the
that
worst.
messes up your Globemon, right?
Yeah, it does. It ruins everything. But if the difference is playing or not playing, you have to take the L sometimes. I'm not Andrew. They're not good decks.
Okay,
Gaiamon's just less bad.
But it is really just like, what would fix the deck is honestly probably like a delay that just lets you app use with wrong names correct level.
Yeah.
If you could just app fuse on board with like this plus any other superior or whatever the hell they call the level 4 apps to make a 5
Supreme.
or whatever.
I kind of want to say, and this is like a risky suggestion, but I kind of want to say maybe like how DNA doesn't necessarily need it to be the correct 2 names all the time. You just have to correct 2 colors, and maybe that's something they could have explored rather than needing these names specifically. But that way, you'd have the app link deck would be more flexible in what they.
Yeah, because like all the evil ones, most of the evil ones are green, right? Green and or purple.
Green and purple, yeah.
Yeah. So outside of Gaiamon's, Dogach being green, like most of the time, if you wanted evil deck, you'd still be able to like app fuse green plus, whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird too, because like a lot of people have said in the past, like it sucks that they're all really expensive. It sucks that like if you don't, they require more pieces for kind of the same amount of work, and the trade-off is that they're big, right? Because like links are DP, so these dudes are like
massive.
Wild link, right? Like I'm 24K, wild link, but that's how it is. The problem is that shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're 24K. It matters if you are 24K, L plus ratio, don't care, unaffected. I've trashed 5 security. Like the bar is not. It is not enough to be a like. What's the one that looks like adjusted gold called?
Deusmon?
Deusmon, thank you. Deusmon is competent, but it is not enough to be the next or the 4th best irritating roadblock floodgate pile. It is actually a worse Bagra if you do that. And therefore it will not ever work. And they haven't given them something to merit that. Like, if loath as I am to suggest this, because DNA is ruining the game, but like if you have it, you should be able to just show your opponent, yeah, I can do all this in an end step. Like if you like to make Atmon work, you would have to be like, I'm going to link in like you should be able to like chain a hype, like I call it a hyperlink, make it real internet crap, right? And be like, I got the next 5 links in my hand, and you show them to your opponent like a hand effect, and you go bleep, 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 and you make a 6 from the raising area for like 0.
Ping pong.
Because if your hand is Exodia, it should matter. But like
www.securitycheck.com.
but like they don't want that, because that they accidentally created, like that's what's stupid, right? Is that it's a fusion deck where you don't have to play on boards. You just do it all from hand. And so they went, that's solitaire. We can't have that. That's not acceptable. So they make it crap in every other scenario than when it has that. And then to really make sure it stays that way, they make the 6, the thing you're working towards, only do it's good at its 1 colors thing. So like Gaiamon is great at doing a 2 checks, burn 1, unsuspend, delete a guy. Great at that. That doesn't work. Go kick rocks, dude. Aranismon, well, he's all right at best.
That guy,
his thing.
I forgot that card existed.
Yeah, Aranismon's, which is a shame. He was my favorite Atmon, so that one bummer.
That's why they did it specifically to spite you.
To reinforce. Poseidomon's great. If you want to freeze things, sick. If that doesn't matter though, bad luck, dude, because you just spent 19 cards to make a 6 that does fuck all.
Hades has been really funny. Like that, if your removal is deletion, that deck is really, really funny to play into, because it does just go, yeah, nah. It's like you can kill me if you want. And then it just like it always 1-for-1s. If you play deletion, it 1-for-1s or 1-for-2s every single time, and it's just belligerent. Hadesmon allowing it so your suicidal rookie out of raising is a removal spell is hilarious.
Yeah,
Like, I think that deck's really funny. But again, Link's not counting as Digivolution sources just means that all of the apps have this like horrendous matchup into Source Strip that just makes me giggle. Like I'm just watching them link. When I watch them link from sources, I'm like, how tall are you again? He's like, oh, I'm 24K.
Damn.
It's like, that's not the question.
Is that your 3? Do you
Garurumon.
go from 4 to 2 right now? Bad luck, bud.
Yeah, V2 Garurumon, Vademon, shake my fucking hand.
Dude, I was having stuff where I got popped and I was floating into Skull's Seizuremon. I was like, how many sources you got right now? He just goes, 3. I'm like, give me them.
How many do you have now?
That's us. That's F. Listen, I don't even really want him to help them. I just don't want it to suck and steal a slot every set.
Also, we have the
should have
problem
been
is,
an
right?
LM, bro. Like, why is this not an LM set?
We have one more.
Yeah, there's another one.
There's the fucking green one that's coming out.
Wait, don't we also have like the Super God, like the level 8?
Well, it depends how they want to treat that. Yeah, you have to spoil
never
the
ends.
anime.
That's gonna be what the ADO1 support is, isn't it? They're gonna print like Atmon shit.
Secrets 2, super secret.
Yeah.
It's an SSEC.
Oh, it's the UR. It's like, oh, you thought it was a data squad card? Unlucky bozo. Here's the app support for this set.
Yeah,
It's one a case.
It's a banger, dude. I'll give him this as well, though, because for all what we've said, it does mean that like they have that's a tagged thing, right? Like, love it or hate it, Atmon was another attempt at them trying tag.
Except they didn't make it tagged. They fucking
no. Hey, all that stuff says Atmon.
Yeah, they were like, "Ooh, we saw people complaining about it, so we tried to make it really specific." It means Navimon is like an all-star. It's like, are you on your first wave of support because you're playing the newest Atmon? Well, I hope you bought pre-release Navimon so you can bling that deck a little bit, because he's gonna be there to search one card, because he will only ever search one card in.
Yep. The app link delay had to be mediocre in its deck because it's the generic for all the archetypes. Yeah, I don't know. But here's to 24 and onwards where they won't look like that. Let's see what else we got on the docket this week. Oh, never mind. You know what isn't sick? Or sorry, you know what isn't suffering from the dregs of Atmon grinding it down? Is we're in kind of a break. We're kind of like between, especially if you're in Europe, kind of between tournament circuits and stuff. So you guys might have seen the videos on Andrew's channel of a certain side format we all played called Eden. Shouts to Mr. Red Scar TCG. About a year ago, he was on the show. I went and checked the document. The original 1.1 was updated January 18th last year. It's been almost a year since the Eden big release. So shouts to Eden almost being actually it's a week. It's 51 weeks old today.
Yeah, shoutouts to Eden coming out and then Digimon going, oh shit, yeah, Pauper, and then like assassinating the community made format to then drop it immediately.
Yeah. But it had me thinking about side formats and stuff, because we've got this Evo Cup thing that we're doing soon, or sorry, Ultimate Cup. I keep calling them the wrong things. Where it's 3v3 Liberator. We had the one where it was like the what are they called now? Tamer battle events, and there was the one where it was like DM only or Seekers only or whatever.
Yeah, the regulation.
Yeah, regulation battle. Thank you. I want to know who those are for, because it feels like if they were another Bandai game, if it was a One Piece thing, they would be like a side event at a One Piece event, and you'd win a unique trophy card for doing it. But because it's Digimon, it's like a once a month. We tell you have to tell a new player who's just bought a Sakuya starter deck that actually they can't use that today. That's not what we're doing here. Sorry, you got the details confused. And I've enjoyed a couple of them. I just don't understand kind of what they're going for.
Yeah, because they seem antithetical to the Tamer parties, which were supposed to be lower stakes Digimon for new players, and now it's like, ooh, here's this online. Yeah. Only the rules for it are online.
Yeah.
Do you have an active Discord? But you better at everyone.
Yeah. Hope they read it. I don't know. We tried XL. That was a bad one. I tried DM. V2 was the best deck in that format.
It's for communities who they all communicate through themselves, and they all do self-governing, and they all organize it themselves. Because like, if you were like a shop owner, right, and you get like a group of like say 12 people who come in on a Saturday to come play some Digimon, right, but you don't really have in contact with them. You might see one in the week if they come for like a commander pod or something, right? If you try telling a player on the day of like the new ones, oh yeah, sorry mate, what you want to play, Rocks? Yeah, you can't play it today, mate.
Yeah, bad luck, buddy.
He's like, what? He's like, yeah, you can only play this list of decks specifically. It's like, what?
Well, no, let's not bash that. I mean, if we get people to not play rocks, it's a good thing. You know?
It's like, oh, sorry, you're gonna have to play tagged decks. It's like, so I can play CS. I'm like, yes, you could play CS.
So I can play Hoodie. I mean, yeah. I don't know who made
Are we
it.
starting to connect the dots?
I don't know why they thought they could put CS, but not Hoodie.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
So please don't play the best deck in the format against a limited amount of decks.
Please don't play standard format in our fun locals event.
I think legally, if you play Hoodie in the regulation battle, you should be like allowed to ban that player.
I've seen posts saying the same thing. Actually, that wouldn't be such a hot take if you go on the Reddit.
Hot take, guys. I think Hoodie might be broken.
Just I'm curious.
It is one of those that you're just like come on, bro, what are we doing here? Just like we talk all the time like, oh yeah, you should try and convince your locals to play alt formats. And here's some like, well, okay, I only play what Bandai tells me I can play. And you're like, all right, here's a different format. And you just like I have decided to resolve the most broken pile of cards as possible.
Yeah, bro.
It would 100% be someone who plays the shittest decks ever, but he just owns Hoodie for some fucking reason. He'll never play it at locals, but he'll just be like, oh, for the regulation battle, I'm going to play Hoodie. It's like, brother, why do you have Hoodie?
Damn, just glancing on LATAM on the other screen, Avelgamon milled and cleared so hard that production cut away for a second. They were like, damn.
Yeah.
Vamos, Koichi!
Yeah. Purple Hybrid.
I think he's getting dogged, unfortunately.
Yeah, he didn't make Arresta, so he's under 14k. So I don't think we can make zero cost Jessamon here. Or like,
we can make a
rush Jessamon out of nowhere. But
you'd be surprised.
So peak that the two decks are like the two most belligerent. Who would win? The most belligerent tempo deck of all time, or the most belligerent tempo deck of today?
Back on regulation battles, just play Time Stranger. Time Stranger is literally coming out.
Yeah.
Just play Time Stranger.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
We should just make that a thing. We should just make that a rule. You have to play a Time Stranger.
Yeah, just play Time Stranger.
Do we want to look at BT?
I'll play Abyss Area if I have to.
Oh no, twist my arm. I'm super excited for it or anything. Andrew, do we want to do a little Digimon card dev and have a little look, maybe highlight some BT24 cards? Not a tier list, legally speaking. We have.
Are you getting me on for that? I need to call Marshall or Sawyer on stream.
You gotta learn some French really quick now that you're on the team. So
next week.
Yeah.
No, I was speaking to Mina about this. When I was staying in Paris, I felt a bit alienated because I don't know what fucking word.
He was not one of the fellas that was in Paris.
I know
I'll teach you French, man.
So I was just sat there at like a dinner, and I was just staring into space because everyone was speaking French, and I had no idea what they were saying.
They will do that.
Jambo, you okay? I'm like, yeah.
I think
like the song goes, you don't speak French, you just let the funky music do the talking.
Well, the lyric isn't Paris waits for me, dude. They're not going to be that patient. Yeah, that one. Listen, that one sounded better.
No, it's really funny because like I remember when Yor was on, he was like, oh yeah, whenever I go in and the Dutch guys are speaking, they're like, oh, I guess we have to speak English. Not the French players, but they won't.
Yeah, they don't care. It's based though.
I respect it. As someone that can speak French, I respect it.
Oh, dude, it's the worst part was Jambo telling people I could speak French because I was really enjoying like covert ops listening into everything. It was really tight.
Link.
Yeah, I think Link
was.
A lot will be if my story of Digimon is told, first, that would be a terrible shame. But second, my experience that morning in Paris when Jolie sent me into the X01 bracket truly changes my
He's like, I'm not scooping this, by the way. And he sent you into the X.
I held it to a draw. Virus Imperial versus Ragna or Galactic Mon was an interesting one, but I was like, oh, I could undeck out, I guess. I'll just do that 4 times. It was terrible.
Yeah, for context, right? At Paris, there was 2 people in the room with an invite. Me and Joey. Out of everyone in that fucking room, Tommy gets. Also, I was just watching LATAM now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're having the ruling thing. I just wanted to see this, just like the purple hybrid player reading.
Oh my god, it's the Jamie ruling.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing, he didn't use end of turn. He didn't use end of turn.
It's the mini.
So that's why he's trying to call out like, end of turn. You've already used end of turn. So
no, it actually does attack 2 times.
Oh my god!
I'm lost into the Jessmon.
Jessmon qualified for fucking Worlds.
Yes, sir.
Wait, is that game over?
Yeah.
That is game.
Well, imagine being 11-0.
That's the Jambo. You go unbeaten in Swiss, unbeaten the whole way.
Oh, yeah, imagine going 11-0, right? You've played a perfect weekend, and you get gimped by Omni X at the last game.
Dude, there's nothing more LATAM than Jessmon being the deck that won the whole thing.
It's like man, they love purple over there.
Truly, that is 2025's version of CrossArt winning LATAM.
Yeah. Shout out to Sang, by the way. They might have the highest production value of any TO. In the
Victory Road may like it's
they got those old head Pokemon VGC players involved in that stuff though. Their graphics packs were like preordained by God in the Dark Ages.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Victory Road is probably just in terms of like sheer, genuine, no mistakes, high production. I'm also biased because I've worked for them. And then like this was crazy. Like this was really, really impressive. There were some interesting things. They should really stop showing EX7.
I don't know about that. I should be able to see Shogun Gekkomon in his new blue foil. It's pretty sick, dude.
Really funny.
I love NSP.
But yeah,
it's for me.
Truly the most LATAM way. We get to see the region that absolutely loves purple lose to Rowdy Jessmon at the very end.
I got my like sound Birdmon out and everything. I was so excited.
That's what we're playing for Dusseldorf.
That I mean maybe. Honestly.
Oh, a little bit about Dusseldorf. It was advertised as a 2-day regional, and then a week after. Oh yeah, guys. By the way, it's Sunday only, and you have to play Top Cut on the fucking day.
Yep. Yeah.
That Benadryl's gonna go crazy.
The flight back. Oof.
Do you know the Donkey Kong gif? When they're in the car and they're sad. Me and the homies when we bubbled. We got back to the hotel in the airport.
Why are you speaking that into existence?
No, to be fair.
Me and Kessa now.
No, Tom, the last time we did that, the car ride was me, Tricks, Jambo, and Kessa, and Jamie was in there too. But it was like that, this is going to be the most crash our car on the way there because we're driving through a storm.
Yeah.
And then crash our car on the way back out of frustration. And it's like, Tricks won the event. Jambo went undefeated in Swiss. And then we won the 3v3. Like, oh, never mind. Car full of winners.
Yeah. I was so.
And then Kessa just stuck in the middle. It's just like.
We're singing Sonic songs on the way home.
Kessa's just there, arms in the face.
My drive back was crazy. Half the car was asleep. It was just me and King Guy from the internet being like, damn, England long and rainy, huh?
Dude, when we were driving there, like normally when I'm like got people in the car and it's like we're talking and there's music, it's like the music sets at like 7. This shit was on like 35. Like we were just like testing how loud my speakers.
To you on the highway hear you.
Like, Jamie, fast asleep, bro. Was
well, that's what he goes to sleep to every night. That's why he's like that.
Dude, we found out that I Am All of Me has like a Christmassy upbeat Michael Bublé version. That shit's so funny.
It was so peak.
I'll try and send it to you, but yeah,
it was the season. Am I right?
It's so funny.
I am all the.
Listen, not that I don't love the intricate trappings of Crush 40's seminal work on the Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack, but do we want to have a little look ahead at BT? We didn't even talk about Eden.
We should talk about.
Let's really talk about it's it.
We should talk about how
they should put
cool.
Zaxxon.
You should actually probably look at all of
Some Cyber Sleuth cards.
Adam needs to get back from Tilburg, right? For his little Star Wars, event. He can sit down, have a brew, read through every new card.
Read through 4 people complaining in his Discord.
I said,
you need to get rid of Hugo.
I said to the homie Ted mate, Judge Terry, the other night, and I was like, I wanted to look at the ban list, but I have a feeling you might just discontinue Eden. Like, you see BT22 and BT23, you're like, maybe he can't be saved.
It's not Slash Angie Turbo.
Yeah. There's nothing left. Like,
it is so funny. Like, it's one of those, like, you talk about, like, the power budget of, like, a silly week and, like, what quantitates fun or silly. Eden was like, all right, we're going to try and level out the playing field. You've got people who are resolving cards you've never read before, and they have one game plan, and if you breathe too loudly next to it, it crumples and dies. And then you have Saxon and CS Piles, and you go, oh dear. Like, we were like, oh man, does double type, like I was trying to convince East Discord to play it when over Christmas, and they did Pauper. People were like, does double Typhoon count towards like boosts? Like, is it eligible for an Eden slot as a boost adjacent thing? I'm like, I mean, I guess it kind of does do a boost like thing, but it doesn't boost. Yeah. And then you see stuff like Kremi's being an uncommon, you go, oh. And then you see the in-between theater, thankfully, is a rare, so
yeah, it won't be
same problem. But
way.
It is not named memory boost. And it's like, Adam, do these count? Or should we just have like the idea of set search delays counting towards your Eden? Yeah, where in the fun step does this go through? And can I sacrifice Yugo to the devil?
Like, you know that meme that's like function purist, form purist, and it's like Yugo Kamishiro BT22 is a memory boost. Yeah, it's tough, right? Because like they keep doing it, so it's not gonna get better ever now. I'm like, unless somebody at Bandai's head office is like, oh, dude, they really like this shit up in Glasgow. Maybe we should stop making these cards. They won't.
But it is also really funny seeing like different power budgets of stuff. You've got like decks that can run 8 boosts, and then you've got Terry resolving Dragon's Roar, which people haven't read since EX3. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's a memory boost, except its memory is minus 7k DP. Take it or leave it. And you go, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I can't play to board because if I do, he has a gun on the table that says die.
Playing Bookshot Roulette.
Yeah. We settled on me building Zaxxon. The video's up on the channel. You shouldn't watch. Well, you should watch it so the Eden stuff gets hyped, but it's the worst game that was played on that camera that day.
I haven't seen finals, so yeah, I can agree.
Phoenix Mode is certainly
it's a bozo.
It's an incredible.
But like we didn't think about the deck building at all. A Altart Yugo was pulled the week before locals. The week before Eden locals, right when we were leaving the building. I went, oh, that's funny. What a weird card. And then Tom in his binder had 2 more Altart Yugos that he was like, take them away.
No, I only had 2.
You only had 2. I only played 3 because we only had 3.
I could have sworn we pulled 3 from our case.
No, it was 2 Yugos, 2 Date. It might have been 3 Date.
Walking back into Jester's.
I knew
Give me my fucking money.
Yeah, dude, we opened that shit we were late to the local. Round 1 got pushed back 45 minutes. We could keep opening the case, and it's like, you get anything good? And it was, no.
That wasn't even like, that annoyed me. Like, do you get anything good? Brother, I'm not looking for anything good. I'm looking for Chessmon pieces so I can play.
Round 1 started 15 minutes ago.
Me.
You got any trades? Like, brother, I have packs to put in the trash.
You have like 7. Yeah, I'll trade you Weber.
Yeah.
Go find me a bin, brother.
But I enjoyed Eden. I enjoy alt format Digimon.
Eden is a lot of fun. I do kind of hope Adam, like, my hope is that if we do it often enough, he'll go, oh, there is interest here. So I will like look at the ban list. I think the thing I sort of like noticed about it was that there's a lot of disparity between decks that do or don't have a mem setter.
Yes.
Where if you have to, like, some can get away with playing a rare mem setter as an Eden slot. And then,
Mimi,
you know, that's
example.
Mimi is, or, you know, Masashida. But then you have some decks like Zaxxon, Mimiken, who can just play their in-house mem setter because it's an uncommon, and then still run like for delays. Where it gets a bit ridiculous for decks also like Saxon and Jimmy Ken is that they also have access to Yugo Kamashiro and Kurumi's Detective Agency and Hootie Net Cafe.
Hootie Net Cafe was crazy on the day.
It was insane. Like the fact that you could just put down a search of Yugo, which is just ridiculous.
My
Tom,
game
did your
3,
devices go off?
My bad, Slime. I forgot. My phone was off. Forgot about this guy.
I got sacked in game 2
Real hobby podcast.
in a way that was just like all right, I was 1 away from lethal. I'm also 1 away from board clear. Unless I take this really sick line. It does require me to hit a Tamer in security or a 1k rookie, so this doesn't die in security. I hit Hoodie Net Cafe, and it resolves the security effect for the first time in recorded history, and sacks me, so I can't full clear board because it plays the rookie I just cleared back. I'm like, brilliant. I should kill you.
I mean, like, the Monodramon engine really needs to be looked at.
Truly outrageous.
The Monodramon engine
nothing
is
should be
so
producing 2 cards in a memory a turn like that. I don't think it's appropriate. No, I mean, obviously, Adam's a friend of the show. I love Eden, but I also think there's room for like other communities. Like these side formats and community formats are interesting. Do you remember when people were actually trying to come up with like there have been God knows how many attempts at 4-player Digimon? There have been Highlander rules, like a commander
We do
build.
need to try the one that got posted in Misplay Discord.
Yeah, that one looks interesting. I want to give Highlander another shot. I think we could put a real gross stink on a misplay, like this guy for game or something, and it's just like you can only play 1 of a card. I think that would be interesting, mostly because I want to play Dave. But like,
You say that I would like it would just be CS and TS again. It's like, how big is your wide BT23 format? It's like, yeah, I've got everything.
Don't sleep on DM, bro. Don't sleep on DM.
But guys.
Yeah, that's like 900
fish.
There's 10 million fish.
There's things here, There's something already on the precipice. It does not in itself contribute the same way to what this has done, which is that you're like, I'm playing a yellow deck, so I can't play this anymore. I have to play Gato Armor.
Gato Armor really cool.
Gato Armor was great.
It was sick.
By the end of that event, it was the deck I most wished I had thought of and was playing, because that looked awesome. But yeah, would love to see it down the line, because I like that they were doing this for Tamer battles. I think they should consider when they're doing them and why they're doing them, because like it would be more fun. Like I would have a lot more incentive to play a side event at a regional if I dropped. Like at Paris when I dropped, I was like, dude, I'm in the 2nd biggest city in Europe. I'm gonna go do tourist stuff, and I just left. I just went to go do shit. But like side events would be sick if I had like a quirky thing to work on that I could, like, when I needed a break from testing my main deck, I could put 5 minutes towards building a Highlander list. You know what I mean? Like something that I would get to play on that.
I guess the 3v3 is like the closest thing we've had to it, where like we've got a really focused thing. It links in properly with product. It's a side format for like a deck that would be slightly lower in format if the 2 black decks weren't so egregiously broken in the format. That everyone will be on 2 black decks and whatever your friend mains. Yeah,
it's so funny that that's all it is. It's so wild.
It is 2 black decks, and do you know someone who owns 4 Karakura?
Puppets has like a comparatively okay time against some of the other stuff.
Good. I hope that it's not 2 black dittos, and that your Puppets player can try and scam you a win.
There's nothing worse than the Rocks mirror. It's one of the worst in Digimon. Oh God. Yeah, the longer we think about it, the more I'm like,
yeah, I'm excited for that format, but I'm not excited to do well in that format. If I do, you guys will never hear the end of it, because I will be resolving possibly the worst pile of 50 I've ever taken to a 3v3, and I've taken Anubis Loop to a 3v3.
I love that 3v3. There's just me in the corner playing Jessmon doing my donuts. And then there's just you and Jess fighting for your lives.
My joy with 3v3 is always to see like it's funny when some really crazy players break containment and they're like, why are you in day 2 3v3? Why are you not in Top Cut? What happened to you? And it's like you sit down and Thomas Boy is there and you're like, what the fuck are you doing here? Yeah, it's a good time.
I also love routinely that players that bubble almost never do well in the side format. It's so funny. Like you'll sit down, you're round 1, like, damn, what are you doing? He's like, I bubbled. I think you smoke them in the side format because they just don't have it. It's like unlucky.
You weren't raised for the silly shit, huh, buddy?
You run into Seb, who got his ticket through roulette 7 seconds before the event started. He was supposed to drop and play 3v3. He has not dropped a single game. He has read the hoodie cards 3 times in his life and is figuring out how the deck works as it pilots.
It's so good. Alrighty, it's 8:30. Do we want to finish up tonight with a little look at some of the stuff coming out for BT23?
Yeah, you've said this 3 times. We need to do this.
Yeah.
It's on our little to-do list before the tier list because people haven't heard about it.
Yeah, set
I know we
preview.
had a little itinerary this week, but holy moly, guys! It's New Year, new me. This time I'm organized. Tom, that's my New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I mean, so far we've been organized. We've booked in 3 weeks. We posted the wrong time in announcements, which, you know, that's the misplay. But like, you know, we've at least the reason the wrong time got posted is because the wrong time was actually a future date that we've scheduled.
Yeah,
which would not have happened last year.
The Misplay Discord doesn't even know, like, until then, didn't know we did these production notes. So it was just like a whole moment of like, wow, we one step forward, one step back, huh? Very good. All right, holy moly. This is not a tier list. We're not gonna talk about what's broken or not. But I
this
thought
is going to be relatively speedy because we'll also
But-
have bonus content for the members.
In my opinion, just as an off the cut, I think if we were to rate the decks.
Oh, sure. I think the easiest way to do this is to look at, like, if we all have something we want to highlight as, like, in case you, the Joe Schmo who's not yet seen what's coming next.
If you didn't
doesn't-
watch the presentation
Yeah.
I was in revealing some of these cards,
You need a shopping list. Here's your shopping list. Buy 4 copies of it if it says TS on it. That's the first part. Because they're gonna be good for a little bit. They're gonna push this for a little longer.
yep. All right. Tom, do you want which one of the Toms do you guys want to pick a deck?
I'll go first because I was
Yeah,
trying
sure.
to shovel this one in. I'll sneak this one going ahead. Siracomon's crazy. If people don't know, they will know very soon. This is one of the most head-ass broken, stupid tempo decks they've ever made. It isn't necessarily an OTK deck. It can occasionally OTK you, but it doesn't have to. But what it is the closest thing to a check to Galacticmon this set. Its job is to just exert stupid pressure and then try and delete it 3 times and then defensively have a delete. And like there are Omni Protects and Armor Purges and random trades and 1-for-1s. Like the deck is just a little web of like, it's not like a saw trap where, like, you know, ooh, if you pull the wrong wire, someone down the road's head will. It's a shotgun and you're in a room full of tripwires. There's not a lot of complexity. It's just really dangerous.
You're the Resident Evil pro tag, and you found the shotgun.
Yeah. This is a chainsaw revved up on the ground, and it could be coming to you if you're not careful.
This was I was mashing auto combos in Tekken, and I found out that actually this has a wall bounce. It's like, oops. The stage is just let like a volcanoes explode in and shot the guy into the air. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely what I knew this combo did.
Yeah. It has a couple of points of interaction that I think do kind of carry it, namely Medusamon. Medusamon is the rare privileged mono red effect that they like to sprinkle in now, where this is, I guess, our thing is if you play mono red, sometimes you get to take cards out of their trash. And that effect is very strong. If you are sick against losing to a couple purple decks, you play this. It's very good.
I think it's cool how they've made red the purple antithesis. Like before, it was like if you have cards in trash, ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, I'll burn you. Ooh, look out, man. Yeah.
And then you've got stuff like, I mean, Zaxxon Phoenixmon doesn't count, but for the sake of this discussion, Zaxxon Phoenixmon also takes cards out of trash. But then this doing it as well is like another way to hate on purple, which is
Zaxxon
cool.
Phoenix is like an edgy version of Good Guy Phoenix, right? So
Yeah, like it's still a
vaccine
vaccine
from your
virus,
trash. It's like doing it to your opponent. It's still, there's some flavor there. The gimmick, like the bread and butter, is you promote your either Digimon that will turn into Lamiamon, or you promote a Lamiamon. You swing at security, and you go. The Gigimon turns you into the 6. The emblem turns you into the 7. And not this Gigimon. This one's doo-doo dog shit. Well, it's not doo-doo dog shit, but it's just not.
It's a Galamon card, right?
No.
No, Galamon's got better choices. It's a good red-ish card. Yeah.
It's
It's
a
not the-
pre-release card.
It's a mediocre red egg in a world of the best generic egg in the game is red. But yeah, you go to Medusa, do your stuff, you debilitate the trash, you make the tokens, and then you go to Styraco, and then you hit them for typically 3 to 4 damage. And then from there you proceed to like set your opponent back. So there are some lines where you're like, oh, like you make the Dimetramon is like an Omni Protect next to it. The Cyclone Mon is a rush next to it. So like there's like a couple lines you can do that interact in ways where you're like, oh, I can like sprinkle this in, change the order. Like it's more flexible than your average red, like I eat glue deck, but like the end result is a Jasmine-esque, I make my board, have you got this? Can you stop me? And that is good enough. Data has shown over the years that kind of effect in red is very good. It's a sort of deck that can see somewhat consistent tournament results.
Notoriously won a LATAM tournament recently.
Yeah, just I believe one LATAM final.
Yeah, it's gone from like Red's identity was like obviously the OTK, and people were like, what do you do if you don't OTK? And they've started printing cards that go, here's what I do if I don't OTK, and people are like, damn, I really wish you had one game plan instead of a backup. And Styraco having
there's so many words on
keywords.
it. There's so many words on this thing.
Is so funny, by the way.
Progress piercing blocker armor purge. This thing was grown in a lab to not give a shit about checking hoodie security. It's so funny.
It's like
you're like, oh, Comet Hammer. This dinosaur can't read.
It's like, oh, Medusa's such a mediocre OTK deck. It doesn't really OTK. What do you do if it doesn't OTK? And they're like, this is 4 keywords. You're like, yeah, fair enough.
The best part is not only does Medusa take the stuff out that they would scramble, you leave them with a token.
Oh yeah, so it just turns off the free play.
So like if you hate that stuff the way I hate that stuff, they made it for you. I can't wait for this card to get power crept in like 18 hours when they probably reveal the new Medusamon. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about Styraco. If people don't care, because the previous Medusamon stuff has been like a mediocre, or like you didn't have a guy playing Digipanda's like objectively fun Dragonkin pile, you should care now because it's like legit. That's the first one I'll highlight.
Alrighty.
We want to talk about Abyss area, Tom?
I mean, yeah, I'll talk about Neptune and Venusmon.
Way more.
The Neptune
scarf, it's just way.
Neptune's insane. Venusmon's insane. The worst, they're stupid couple is like if you watch the recent showcase that the Bandai team did.
E-dating has powered League of Legends for years, and now it can power Digimon.
So like this is the only complete Time Stranger deck they've produced. Titamon is the close second, but you need the promo for it. This one is just like everything in archetype is here, and then you also have like
the Goemon's like nice to have, right? That's about it.
The promo Goemon, Goemon's good. Like you do want that anyway, but this is like if you didn't have the promo Goemon, you would probably play like I don't know the Tapermon, or
yeah.
I don't know is it the Salamon that evolves from one less? Taper is green. Salamon is
the first card on the 5th row.
Yeah, this is just another searcher, but like realistically, they do the same thing because they find Time Stranger.
The Elecmon as well finds the Shamans, right?
Yeah. So like, if you didn't have the promo Goemon, you would just play that. But realistically, you play Kamemon, Goemon, and then everything else. Maybe you don't play Lanamon or Kalmaramon because they're not great.
Yeah, those are Titan cards.
Yeah, those are Titan. Those are 100% Titan cards. Even then, I don't even think Titan plays this.
No,
Loki.
They took our Titan from us. Get a
like,
job.
The general idea with like Abyss area is that you spend a lot of memory to establish Neptune and Venusmon, and then also you have like Dankanan to play this as a way to give everything blocker. What if Venus and Neptune hit the board? Good luck outing them because they both have different protection effects. Venusmon's probably the most belligerent. If you try and remove Venusmon, chances are you've source stripped one of your opponent's bodies and it's on the board. So if they go, I guess it'll rivals Barrage, the Venusmon, you just go, no, we're not going to do that. Put this card that I source stripped to the bottom of your security instead.
It's so funny that this is like I've been testing like a Yellowback file with some of the other Time Stranger stuff, and like the Venusmon is so wild because it's like she's not exactly like a BT10 Venus but for on play decks, but she's kind of a BT10 Venus but for Royal Knights.
God, she mugs Royal Knights.
If you hate Medieval Gallamon, this is a card that
literally
you should get.
Yeah, spend 2 and destroy. No, that Medieval Gallamon, I don't like it. Get rid of it.
The fact that it's any of your TS as well. So if it's like, mandatory pop, I'm like, yeah, but
that's crazy. Slam Omni X for reduced cost to try and bot that. No, you can go to the bottom security. I'll let you recover one. Just as a side.
That was a really expensive Holy Wave you just played.
She's okay into. I mean, she even stuns Tamers. Like at worst, she stuns Tamers, which means your hybrid matches are good. But like source strip and stop when digivolving effects is just really strong.
Yeah, and you can make her off of a level 4 as well. Crazy.
Yes. Yeah. So like for a card, Neptune is like your damage source. He is a non-once per turn protection as well, which is just like he suspends. Very good. The actual power level I find with the 2/6s, especially with like meta being so de-digivolve prominent, is that you can just slam some of this. Like you can slam Neptune or Venusmon for reduced cost. Venus is a bit easier because you're more likely to take damage, whereas Neptune kind of relies on a wider board from your opponent.
But it's not even that wide. It's literally 2 or more.
Two bodies.
You've got Guy and Rookie. Oops. Neptune for the
decks.
7.
Yeah, the decks that are 1-stack Andes right now are probably OTKing you anyway. So like,
yeah,
it either comes up or it wasn't important.
So then you slam this for 7 or slam Venus for 7, get its effect, and then you reestablish, and then you can't be de-digivolved, which is really good.
Crazy, man.
7 is not a lot for it.
Especially because you sometimes pretty frequently end up at, where is she? You sometimes pretty frequently end up at 7 memory.
Yeah,
it's
like, pretty good.
I'm gonna turn off Homeros. Oh, she put you to 7. Whoops.
I've had people say this card isn't worth running, which like, yeah, exactly. Like some people just don't have. Some people have wild opinions.
They're broke and they're coping that they're broke, and they don't.
This is Jambo. This is a £10 card. I guarantee you, this is a 10. Not the
Why
old.
is Hoodymon £10? By the way, a little pivot. Why the fuck is Hoodymon £10?
It doesn't.
People
make sense.
are morons. People think, BT24. Hoodymon's not going to get played.
Yeah,
anymore.
you know what? Because Hoodie's gonna really struggle into Hades, mon.
Really gonna struggle into Hades, man.
Hoodie players try and cope that the deck is obsolete when the set comes out. I'm like, are we playing the same deck?
Yeah, but like Homeros is crazy. I've had people like, you can just counter this by putting your opponent to 4, and then they gain a memory, and then they have to suspend and draw a card, and that's crazy. But I'm at 5 memory.
And all my guys are big too. Each one of these I have is every one of those Homeros is a KSK.
People also forget that like going to 5 is exactly the cost of a new Homeros. Like,
yeah,
it's just such a stupid thing to say.
The card is insane.
I'll make Agio effects.
Yeah,
play Tamer, play Homeros, pass, end step effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just win the game on the spot, basically. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy. Also, like the fact that you get to reapply the Olympus effects, like it's great. That like okay, in some situations you don't need it if you win the game next turn, but at the same time, your grind game improves so much when you can just go, okay, end of turn, I'm gonna source strip 2 and stun them, and no when digivolving effect.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, instead it's better to, I'm going to bot deck all your lowest sources instead, and which you have 3 lowest sources.
It's crazy that this level segregation here does. It is truly a blue card. They're just like, don't care how big, how small, get the fuck to the bottom of the deck. Evil card.
I can finally beat white decks, yeah. But yeah, really cool card. I think the only weakness with Abyss area at the moment is that, well, there's a couple. Hand size, because you're loading sources from hand, means you have to like constantly supply your hand. and you're having to attack to get sideways to trigger effects, which means you're a bit prone to aces. But if you come out as early as turn 2, then turn 1 is your rookie Dankanan play in between Furta. Turn 2 promote, climb to 5, swing. I would Dankanan.
You can probably just play like a mono boy build. That just
I've tested the mono blue build with like Dankanan, Homeros. You can probably fit like trainings in if you like find the space for it. But
Training boost.
Damn, the blue
trio
pile's having
one?
DGO.
What's that egg that's right when you attach to a source you draw cards? The boy one.
Oh,
when
the
you
yo-yo?
Oh.
Yeah.
When you load a source, draw a card.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is that you do want to unsuspend from the Bukamon in the instances where you don't have another way to unsuspend.
Because you need Dankanan. This is like pay 1 to increase the memory of the spell you can play. Dankanan lets you attack.
Or at worst, you go Dankanan to force the attack, then Bukamon to unsuspend, turn into Neptune for free.
Yeah.
So like the versatile, I do like it has something I've thought about is for like the hand ties, but at the same time, you can get the cards in hand. There's plenty of like draw and search power. It's just in the opening game you do need to have like a bit of a custom hand to get started, but it's not the end of the world if you don't.
Yeah.
All right, Jambo.
It's like a solid tier 2 deck.
Just bring up CreepyX.
Yes, sir.
Bring that shit up. Yes, this card's ridiculous. Big bar of titties. I'll say that
so
first.
crazy. He can't go near schools like this, dude.
The quick, it's funny when East says it as well.
Yeah.
Well, that guy's like the most PG, family friendly, will work for Bandai no matter what. He's just like, damn, we might get some fucking fat tits.
Fighting game players when bar of titties, dude. Trained in the minds of Tekken King.
But yeah, this card's just fucking everything. The second you get one engrave, it's a guaranteed damage. It's a guaranteed fucking pop. And then also it just says play guys from grave equal to the amount of cards milled. But like to get its free Evo effect, you need a minimum of 10. But all your card effects are still minimum of 10. So if you just play to your game plan, you get what? You get 8 play cost from grave.
You just have to pay 6 for that one.
That's a Vilemon and a 3. That's 2 Vilemons. That's another 5 on the crackback. And then also, the X10 Creepy gets you another guy in the breeding area, but even better crackback. So it just becomes this really oppressive, fast purple deck that it's also melting your opponent. And also at the same time, it just got another fucking custom option that says, I'm a Blitz Omni, there's a pop, and he's also full combo.
Graviton is nuts. People don't care because it's a mill deck. The other thing about this that's like people used to get mad when you check Levia X and then now there's a Levia X in trash. Bro, they're milling them in there. Like it doesn't matter if they don't know how to sequence the discard.
If I'm against an opponent and they go, oh, your board's pretty big, but I mean, I guess I'll swing. You haven't got a blocker. And they hit Flame Inferno and I go, oh yeah, I'm going to tribute some of my level 3, make a creeping one from grave, pop your guy. So, I mean, I guess the game's over.
I don't want to jump the gun here because the things Millith did were really, really unfair. But I think this is the best mill deck in Digimon's history. I think without the exception of Lilith looping to make infinite ruin modes.
Purple Hybrid. Wait, okay, no. Okay. Hold on.
No. APOC is complicated because APOC didn't have to just
Purple Hybrid. What are we talking about here?
How many deck out? What proportion of your wins on Purple Hybrid are deck out versus 6
common
damage? Versus 6 damage? I swear to God, they died.
There's a video of me doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
that.
You've done it, but the point is how often compared to
how many videos are there of you going, bro, it's turn 4, bad luck, dude.
In testing, this deck just makes a board.
Yes.
It makes a very good board. So you just trap with damage out because you get set +1 from your heritage anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the fact that it's a ridiculous mill deck that was gifted a real game plan on the side, so you don't concede any of your milling.
The mill isn't a game plan; it's a disruption piece in this.
Yeah. Whereas like it gets to be a real Digimon deck as well, as opposed to Millith, which was a loop deck, and loop decks are their own thing.
Because in testing, this has a good loop matchup, and because the logic is so against control, it kind of gets dogged by control because that deck is recursion. But in loop, the deck is just 50 cards that are all gas.
Yes.
and you want them all in your hand. So if they go, I'll mill 5, and it's like hoodie, one of level 4. It's like, I mean, I guess you win, mate.
The guy slashing your tires and puncturing a hole in your your gas. It's like, you got an oil leak, buddy. You might want to check that one out.
Yeah, this has a really good.
Someone just keys your Ferrari.
This has a really good loot matchup.
I think obviously, I want to be clear. I'm not saying this is as good as Apocalymon. Apocalymon, I think, truly was its own thing. But yeah, it happened to win by deck out, but that deck was it wasn't a Digimon deck anymore. This, I think, is the most like when people talk about like I still think Millith was maybe one of the most broken decks that the game had when it came out. This is like this deck will do well in the hands of dudes that don't itch at the seams to play a mill deck because it's just a good purple deck.
People who don't want to play Revire but they still want to play a stack 7 Great Demon Lords deck will just go on this.
Don't want to play Levia. Don't want to play Beelzemon.
It'll convert too. That's the other thing. I believe in this.
Yeah,
it's the most impressive deck I've seen from the set.
I think as well, it's one of the few stack purple decks as well where the obvious answer isn't just play the Dark Animal engine, because it's a lot of it. So one of the major downsides, I guess, is that it's all like evil and fallen angel,
fallen angels,
right? But they've been printing good amounts of steady support for that archetype over time.
You've
right?
never had anything to put on top of them.
The old school Sate is pretty good. It's just like it's a blocker that pops on Evo and on deletion.
And it gives you memory back as well.
Yeah, if you play it back, well, no, that one's like whatever.
What, the Beelzemon one, the starter?
Oh,
that's
even older. The EX8 one.
The 3 costs Skull Satyr.
Yeah, both the 3 cost Skull Satyrs from EX10 in this set are pretty good.
Yeah. So they've just been printing these like Skull Satyr packages that are like you want to spawn them off your effects, and then you just act as like 8k blockers with good on deletions.
Yeah.
Like the EX10 one is just a pop. The new ones are float. They can also float into another blocker.
The Vilemon is a house.
Yeah, the Vilemon's really good. The Devimon's insane from EX10. The Demi-Devi's good as well. So the dream line is like Pagu, promote with a scramble, with a training and a land boost. You mill 2 of the Devi, you mill 2 of the Demi, you mill 2 of the Demi-Devi, you mill 2 of the Devi, you mill 3 of the Skull Satyr, and then you
5 off creepy.
You either get a free pop of the creepy or you get a mill 5 of the creepy, and then you go to attack, you get a free guy in raising, and you get creepy X from grave, and then maybe some gravitons if you've milled them throughout the combo, right? That's like your main dream stack, but and that feels like Exodia in some cases.
Yeah, when it works, it's bananas.
Yeah.
And it's also like, it's consistent in a way that I don't think a lot of people are expecting it to be either. Like they've done a good enough job of like the Demi-Devi can give you a card back, so it can fix a weird hand where you've milled yourself in a weird way. Putting the Devimon does that, and that's the one you can put in raising really easily. The Vilemon has a when moving trigger, so you don't miss out on the value on that. A couple of people on the internet have seen like Redditors, Twitter entries, and being like, guys, these are also Barbamon cards. Don't dilute the pool. Don't do that to yourself. The new Barbamon's real good, man, but don't do that.
In a standard combo, the sweet spot for when you want to get to a creepy one is 10 cards in your opponent's grave.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the amount you need for the creepy one when attacking. It's also the amount you can get when you get an extra mill 2 off your Skull Satyr. Or if you want the extra damage, you can do another mill trigger first if you wanted to hit 11. So if you decide to all go for your mill triggers, you hit 14 cards in their graveyard. And then on res, you make creepy X, you get your effect. If you've milled some gravitons, you mill 3 more. Majority of the time, if you're playing like 3 to 4-ish, you maybe hit 2 in your top 20-ish cards in your deck. So it's an extra 6. So it's 21 cards of their deck. Oh, sorry, it's exactly 20 cards of their deck milled before you've even ended the battle step. So, that's a pretty good amount of cards milled.
That's half
on res, and then you get 12 play costs out of their graveyard as well. So
yeah, it's fantastic. So I expect you'll see this at an event. Like it's just one of those. If not a tier list, if you don't see this at something, or you don't think you're gonna need to pick these up, because we're talking about this as like cards you should consider buying. I will publicly apologize on the internet because I'm that certain.
It's a real shame that instead of winning Worlds with Creepymon X, Jill is going to be using Heavy Metal Dramon.
Yeah. To prove a point.
Yeah, he's gonna. No. So he's gonna play Loop because I've red pilled him.
Yeah.
And I've given him. I passed him the Infinity Gauntlet. That was what he did. That's what happened when he beat me in top 8.
You made Thanos 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what's not
Andrew,
Thanos 2?
What's that?
Titanmon?
Of course, the pebble slope pile that I am interested in piloting is dog water. It's actually fine. There's a lot of.
It's like watching you play it the other day.
It's got a lot of really dumb stuff.
It's consistent to shit, man. The first time I messed with the 3s and 4s that are all like cycle pieces and the option card, which is cycle pieces, I'm just like, huh.
Not as consistent as you would think. The deck lives or dies by finding that box topper promo from BT23.
Yeah, dude, that's sure. I just mean to say you'll actually be able. You won't go into a hand where you're like, well, my purple hodgepodge pile killed me again.
So there's some things that are a bit annoying, but all in all, deck really, really fun. And there's some like deeply evil, illegal things you can do with it, which I am gatekeeping for a video. But yeah, it was like we were doing a bunch of testing and we found like some really dumb shit, and then Jambo was like, yo, this is some even dumber shit. I'm like, word. But yeah, the deck's really fun. Titan Battle is really funny. Not a single once per turn on this card anywhere. It's on play when digivolving, when attacking. I'm blowing up your whole board twice for good measure. Yeah, really, really funny. Really, really, really funny card. Big fan. It's fine. It's missing a few things.
Like a Titanmon.
Do you think the people should be buying these cards?
They might come free with the other cards that you're trying to get.
Support your local.
Some people might listen to you.
Support your local.
Yeah,
oh
like,
my god, my wallet. No.
If outside of the SRs and by the way, this is a TS deck. You do need the protagonist.
Yeah.
No matter what you think, you need the protagonist.
I'm too broke to spend money on Digimon. My £20 meta deck is too expensive.
Yeah, this is a big pile of commons. The whole deck will cost you £1.50 plus SRs.
The cheapest upgrade in this whole set that makes a deck notably better is Diaboro X and Kara X, though. Like if we're just talking about like if you are current on Digimon and need a shopping list, if you have Diaboromon cards, you buy 8 cards from this set and your deck goes up a tier in a tier list. Not that this is a tier list.
Allegedly. It goes up.
Allegedly.
Government.
But if it were.
For it to be a tier list. Yeah. I don't know. You should buy this, the Diaboro
Did he not get
body.
Yeah, he did.
It's on the next row.
That card's crazy.
Yeah,
I think a lot of Diaboromons don't understand how good this card is.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But my Diaboromons have on-plays. Yeah, mate. Here's an idea. How about every single Infamon they've printed in the past year has an effect when an unidentified is played or deleted?
Yep. This card is so good that it can retroactively fix even the jank, shitty Diaboromon game plans they gave you over the year. I saw somebody online playing proxies to make Clock of the End work because this is such a big upgrade to Clock of the End.
I would love to see that happen in a lethal or living clip format. Somehow make 4 Clock of the Ends in one turn and we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
It's just like completely, it's like 5 security, 0 security. And then it's like, all right, Cherry. It's like, what do you mean? This is obviously living.
No. If you make 4 Clock of the Ends, I'm allowing it. I don't care.
The rare swag out.
Just show him the 4 in hand.
Where? There he is. Caramon after he licks a lemon.
He's so good. This card's excellent.
When moving make it token
well,
Bill.
Right? Because we're getting Ogdo X 100%. We're gonna get it.
It's coming in the next half a year. You can quote me.
I don't know what it will come in though.
I have a feeling it's the next. So next EX set is Liberators.
Yeah.
The one after that, I have a good feeling
about. Is it? Do we know? So is BT25 a data squad set? Is that the data squad set?
BT25 is Beat Break.
Beat Break.
Data Squad.
Another more Time Stranger.
And the rest of Time Stranger, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
we
then
could get
and
into
Mod
6.
Liberator, random shit they decide to put in.
the only thing we know from EX12 so far is the VPET stuff. So, but that doesn't fill the whole set.
Yeah.
Oh, and getting Deep Saver support. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Shambhala
They're
plus.
gonna make Amaterasu That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, listen, if they print cards for the others that are half as good as Reina, I think those decks will be matter.
Wankomon is my little homie. That guy's just done it.
You can't call him that.
That's the goat.
That's what his name is.
Yeah, I need Nature
I
Spirits,
believe it's
not
pronounced
the ass.
Vankomon.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the shell guy? Like he's got like a little sword and he's like,
Oh yeah.
was it Gay Asumon or something?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, it's
Have
sick.
Have you seen Digitamamon? But he's Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sick. I'm so excited.
Not
Darumamon.
even white boy speaks a bit Chinese.
Mind if a Digi-Egg paints a little eyeball?
I think this is the set though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
A
to.
lot of the decks in it are pretty self-contained, or unfinished. Unfinished is probably glass half empty
Unfinished
versus glass
Yeah,
half
or
full.
No,
like-
like, I'm sorry. Like they really printed Central Town. They printed a new Sylphimon and a new Gatomon, and didn't give us a new Aquilon. Like, come on.
Yeah,
What are we doing here?
they forgot it existed.
Yeah.
Like, here's half of the DNA. Where's the other half? Cyclomon, I guess.
The only named Hawkmon in the whole story he turns into a Griffinmon.
Yeah, he doesn't even turn into
No, you
Aquila.
get a Shurimon as well in
Oh,
Central
pardon
Town.
me. Sure, my bad. That's true.
That wasn't
the
done.
quest, the
Just
fast
anything,
quest dummies.
please.
Yeah.
Also, like on the Aegeomon line is like you have
It's good.
one
It's
really
yellow
good
vaccine.
line.
Yeah, I'm keeping some stuff on
That's
the
it.
down low. But
Like
it's, I
this,
think
this is 100% Patamon find Aegeomon make BC10 Venus, Slam Homeros. Hope your opponent isn't playing a Megazoo deck.
Well, you do have barrier.
that is the deck.
It is a real.
Oh, true.
It is now probably the new funniest high roll Yellowback. Like this, like desk slam. Oops, I made Jupiter. Whoops.
it's a reasonably fair version of when the deck used to be Patamon find Geogray.
Even
now it's
Patamon flying
it's just-
Gato
yeah.
now is still
Find
ridiculous.
Aegeomon.
Yeah.
Oops.
We'll see. I don't know. I think we'll have to wait till a couple more things are all where the dust settles a little bit before we give the rest of our thoughts on this pile. But 24, a more exciting set for me personally than some of the
Yeah.
others this year.
I'm glad.
I'm
not
excited for it.
playing
I just
more.
wish it was Time Changer.
Yeah.
Like it's one complete deck, and then
Yeah,
Which
one's the
half of
complete deck?
Siracco, half creepy. Yeah.
Which one's the complete deck?
Oh, Abyss Area.
the Abyss Area. That
Abyss
is the
Area
complete
like
deck.
a functionally complete pile of cards.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Not Titan.
What are we
I'll tell you that
talking
for
about?
nothing.
Hadesmon.
Yeah.
We don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that deck.
Yeah.
That
We
is
can
really
we
funny.
can let Jamie
Okay,
make
I'll
a YouTube
talk-
video about that one.
I'll talk about one thing about that. That's that they decided to make Hackmon is not the same as Hookmon, but realistically, Hookmon is Hackmon, and this is an imposter. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, it's
I think
an
it's
abomination
funny
that even
They
exists.
changed how Japanese syntaxing works just so they didn't have to change
These
the
Westies
native
over
spec.
here.
Well, we
Yeah.
got
Always
Dorian
ruining the
Greymon
game.
this whole time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Hero
I don't feel that
Amanakawa
bad.
cannot be pre-played off of Skull Nightmon promo.
What- Me when they look me dead in the eye and say, "Did you know he's called Rich Ramon?"
Dude, I
Oh,
love
there's
It
people
says
that are
here
like-
it says here he has to pick up Christopher. Where's Christopher in this? What
there's
Christopher?
people that are
Who's
like,
Christopher?
why did they call them the English names? It's like you're telling me you want to go from a Goonimon to Vitriamon.
Baritra.
Vitramon. So
Vitramon.
Ritra is like a
Ritra
Indian god
sounds
of
like a-
war. It's like kind of gnarly.
Oh man, we went in different directions. Baritra sounds like a heart pressure medication that they allowed infomercials for in America. If you find out if Baritra is right for you with a loved one. No, if you
When
had a
I started
heartbeat,
taking
it stops
Veritra,
being-
I
yeah.
felt my life so much better.
I felt like my life had been given back to
Oh,
me.
when I swung with Veritra, I felt like evolving into a Goonimon, and my doctor said it was okay.
You were doing what with the Vritra?
I felt the power of ancient Greymon in my heart.
Guys, did you know he's called Dukemon?
Guys, you know
In
he's called
2026?
Duffmon?
Guys, he's
I've
called
heard of you,
Daemon.
Gendramon, actually.
He's called Demon, guys.
You know the glorious
Because
bastards? When
he's
that-
Demon!
Do you know the glorious bastards when he sat in the fucking bar? And he's the free thing. It's like, yeah, Wolf me Gendramon. What?
I do love Daemon though. I hate Creepymon so like.
Creepymon is so much a better name. I
No,
can't believe
no,
we're gonna
because
do
you know what
this.
it is. It's
'Cause
like
he's creepy.
no,
Well,
it's
it's called Daemon in Japanese because it's demon. And
yeah,
that's how they
Because
say
he's the only demon in Digimon.
yeah, but he's like actually like he's
he's
the
the OG
demon.
one.
he's not.
It's Tom. They're called the 7th grade Daemon Law.
Yeah, my bad. They work for him, right?
Yeah, Tom, you know, like when
Six of
someone
them.
names the
Six are really
band
great. I think
after
he's the
the lead
best.
singer, it's the same thing.
Yeah. He's Tom Petty and the rest are the Heartbreakers.
The Daemon went down to Georgia.
That's
Oh
so funny.
God.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna get myself some Tom Petty sleeves for my Creepymon deck. I'm gonna come up with something.
No, you
Pitch that in the comments.
you
if you've
need
seen this.
the Pepe. It's like, oh, I go into GameStop. Is this game creepy or is it wet? Just like you're gonna see the Creepymon push out in Lethal Living. Like, alrighty then, chat room. Is this combo creepy or is it wet?
Creepymon exists for Lethal Living, right? Because it's
Yeah.
a deck where you're gonna have to be like, God, do they mill out or do they do damage? What happened here?
Information check. How many cards do they have left in their deck?
Yeah.
About 20.
So are they based or are they cringe? Creepymon evolves into Creepy X. Or they're cringe.
Damon is the guy that made Gorilla. Alrighty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's everything on the docket for today. We got ourselves some bonus content coming up after, which we definitely have planned and know exactly what we're about to record
will
after we
definitely
finish.
There's always a
film
list.
today.
You know how this
And
works.
just like in 2025, Marcio will not be in attendance. That's his New Year's resolution, is to appear in over 50% of bonus content for the year.
Boy, that's yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everyone for tuning in to the first episode of the year. Thanks, Tom and Jambo, for being our guests this week.
Hey, it was a pleasure, man. I'm glad you're firing me for Tommy Tricks. It makes a lot of sense.
You know, we're making it a whole new look for 2026.
We gotta get good players. It's you, Tommy Tricks, and Marcio, and I'll be a guest every now and then for just EX11 set reviews.
Alrighty, I guess, you know, the things may change, but we can still do the thing that everyone is waiting for. And it'll probably be not super noisy when we do it this time.
Baba Booey?
Baba Booey.
I'm sorry, Marcio. I forgot about the face. I'm sorry.